Doug, you see an arm there, you see some bodies there, all lifeless.
Private Ryan.
All right, let's take roll.
But that does make sense though for Doug's character, because remember though, he even if he's a wizard and he's part of a group, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's part of a big group. Wizards are usually not that numerous in the first place.
They're glass cannons.
And this is the thing too, is that right now this is going to be part where you guys can decide your guys' backstories a little bit. You guys can decide on the size of your units or whatever that you came from, what country you guys came from or whatever. Just have a vague idea for yourselves, you know. That's why I gave you guys some guidelines, but there's stuff that you guys need to fill in yourselves.
Gotcha.
Okay, got you.
So I'm just trying to shake the cobwebs out of my head after that big explosion because there's a big AOE. So I'm like following. I kind of see the wizard, see them going. I'm kind of keeping a distance because I'm not too sure what's going on. But actually, can I make a spot check and see what they look like?
Yeah, you don't need to make a spot check. You can see it.
Okay, so I can see. What is Joey looking like? Or Joey, do you know what your character kind of looks like?
I'm a dwarf.
Yeah. Well,
I'm like
a dwarf in pretty much what you would expect to be traditional dwarven garb as for a priest, but a warrior priest.
A warrior priest, okay.
Yeah, so he's not like praying in a church one. He is an like a crusader.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep a distance at the moment because I'm not too fully sure. Because the way you set up my character, I kind of think I know where I'm gonna go with it. So I'm just gonna kind of keep a distance, but kind of keep an eye on what's going on while shaking off this.
Okay, Fonz, what about you? A person who I can't see, but I can see too of Bernie.
There you go. What do you do?
I will roll a survival check to see, and to figure out what's going on.
You don't need to roll survival. You realize, oh shit, this is what happened.
Oh my god.
Currently surviving.
So while I'm doing this, I'm wondering about if the corpses are a threat of becoming the undead. Since that's
that's a good thing. Okay, so you can, from what you've seen initially, like when the forces were first fighting each other, no one was being raised necessarily. Although you did see it looked like to be undead you were fighting against, but there was no necromancers on the other team that were raising anybody or nothing. And you see that this attack decimated a lot of both sides.
Okay.
You know, it was pretty indiscriminate. So it seemed like this attack, which you don't know where it came from, but it hit both sides. So you don't see any of the any survivors on the other side either.
Okay.
And no bodies are moving. You can see that several corpses are well enough to still function if they were animated as zombies or whatnot, but nothing is rising, nothing is giving off that feeling. And so you can tell by being a cleric, you can tell though that nothing is giving you that feeling, which is a big feeling of relief for you.
Okay. I'm just like, oh, thank God. Okay. All right, cool. I don't share that. I just,
that makes sense. You know, you don't want to be like out of nowhere. Hey guys, they're not going to come back to kill us. So.
I'm going around to all the bodies of my platoon members and taking the emblem or crest or whatever it is that signifies our platoon and just gathering them up somberly.
Like the dog tags or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice. Okay, so James, this is my first time playing with you, and I'm actually literally impressed by that. And so, for both Joey and James right now, you guys have both earned an action point for this.
Sweet.
Okay. So action points, James, is pretty much rewards that the DM that I'm gonna reward you guys for role playing correctly and well. You know. So anytime pretty much anytime I ask you to do a D20 roll, you can add another die to that roll result. Does that make sense? So no. I'm giving you a D6. You guys are both getting a D6 action point. So if you need to make an attack roll, you can add a D6 to that D20 roll.
Is that before or after knowing
that's the only caveat, though, is that you have to decide to use the action point before you roll, though. I don't want you guys to decide after. Okay?
That was my heal check on James, since he wants to wander off, not stay still.
He said I was healed.
Yeah, you got him. You have a new person to heal though now, Joey, since Doug walked up.
All right, let's see here.
And Burn, you're still just watching them, right?
Yes, but at the same time, looking at what's going on, I'm gonna look for useful items that might help us out, potions, whatever, off these guys. They're not gonna need it. We're gonna need it.
That makes sense. He's being practical. That is still very roguish, which is a good thing though in this situation.
You know, equipment, whatever we need that looks useful.
So you can roll a search check now.
Cool. Is it? No, that's not it. Where did it?
No. On the thing, so I can see it.
Yeah. No, I was looking for the site. I have like multiple pages on right now. So I was like, where did it go?
Who was
This is on the laptop.
who was the half elf?
That's
The
me.
half elf is
Okay, so I'm not healing him yet. I'm gonna heal somebody else.
Takes a look at him and then turns away.
All right, I approach Fonzo, and wherever he's injured, I point it out pretty bluntly. That needs some attention.
that makes sense.
Are you gonna help me out?
Fonzo,
Yeah,
what
heal
do you
me?
say to that?
Hold on.
I'm offering.
Say again, sorry. I'm troubleshooting.
Let's take care of that before it gets infected.
Oh yeah, can you heal that, please?
Okay. Well, that was easy. I thought he was gonna be a little asshole about it. All right.
All right. I want to start rounding up the people who are just kind of like wandering around the area.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I ended up with a 25 on search.
Nice. Very good roll. That's actually second possible highest you can get besides the natural 20.
There you go.
Okay.
Hans, I got a 9 for heal.
What's that one? Oh, 9. Cool. Yay.
No, like.
Oh wait, no. What does this see again?
It's gonna take a little more time to heal you. That's all it means because the DC was 10 and it's subdual damage.
All right.
So it just means he needs you to stay still a little more.
Yeah. Stay there.
All right, Bernie.
Yeah.
Roll for me a D12 and then a D20.
Yeah, and get some flakes on the camera.
D8, you said, right?
No, I did not.
Oh.
I said
I'm gonna
D12
grab a
and a
D12
D20.
That's what I was double checking.
You guys go right here too and just roll it from there quicker.
All right, so on the D12, you found 3 potions of cure light that have not shattered.
Oh, wait, I wrote that wrong. All right. 3 cure lights?
Yes. And there are 9 purses of gold or coin that you can roll for later. All right?
Damn, you could have got 12 potions.
Yeah. Well, remember, there's 5 different units of soldiers there.
Wow. He should just get a 20 on his search check.
No. This one I was gonna actually have him roll the result and stuff, and this was the best possible outcome.
To be fair,
it is still going on, and well, yeah. So, but Bernie, with your roll though, you also noticed that you found a cave.
A cave?
Or it looks like a tunnel, another passageway, underground passageway.
All right.
Okay, when you want to roll, Control V. Okay.
What?
When you want to roll D20, Control V. Done. Here.
Oh.
Control V.
Okay.
It's the paste function.
I mean, whatever. You keep your page on over there.
All right.
All right. So I see a little tunnel. Is this like kind of like Starship Troopers, was kind of like slightly showing, or is it more of like indented?
It's slightly showing, and the direction though it looks like it goes towards the castle.
All right. And so far I see, and I can see that Fonz, Dougie, James, and Joey are all together, correct?
Well, they're technically not together. They're in the area.
Okay.
James is picking up pretty much dog tags from his unit.
Okay.
Doug is trying to get everyone together right now, while Joey is patching up Fonzo.
Okay, so he's patching up Fonzo.
Yeah.
And this is all my searches done so far. There's not another chance for a search, correct?
Correct. It is now. It's actually now back to Doug real quick.
Okay, go for it. I know what I'm gonna do next.
All right.
Doug, how are you gonna get everyone together?
I gesture towards everyone, raise my voice a little. I'm like, everyone, we're all scattered about here. We're clearly the remnants of all of our groups. We need to get our shit together. Like, no more wandering around. We need to clearly establish a new unit.
I said somebody will know.
You said it. You're gonna do it.
What was that?
He sense motive, Dougie.
It's not my
He
turn.
succeed. He's just trying to lead the group together.
Okay.
So I want to hear everyone's name and their capabilities.
Makes sense.
We'll start with myself. I'm Vale. I'm a combat wizard.
There you go. How does Joey? You're the next to respond.
Clearly a healer.
What?
What about you, James? You hear all this as you pick up the last of the symbols, your emblems.
James, you're muted.
Yes. As I pick up the last one and sort of like shove them into a pouch, I sort of begrudgingly walk over there and say, Lind, I'm pretty good in a fight.
Nice.
All right, meat shield. Got it.
Vern, what about you?
Thinking of it.
So Vern's character stops and is thinking about it.
No, I'm just thinking how I'm going to respond to this because the way I want to play my character.
I know.
Okay. I think you said Salim, right? Is the character right? You named him?
What?
I think you named him Salim, right?
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, anyways, I'll say that.
Salem. It's Salem.
Oh, Salem. Okay, sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking today. All right.
I actually thought you, of all people, would know what Salem is.
Yeah, sorry. Anyways, so I turn back to so I turn to Dougie and go, "It's Salem. What's it to you?"
He just told you what it's to him.
Yeah. Forming a new
I know,
squad.
Okay, then I was gonna respond as name Salem. The rest is my business.
All right. So he seems like he's gonna be difficult to work with. Fonz?
My name is Kane, and I'm versatile.
All right, so did I know what you two actually do?
I'm versatile in nature
here.
and animals, in the knowledge of the nature and animals and tracking.
You can also just say you're a ranger or a hunter. That's a little
Too much information.
Oh, it sounds like you're a dog trainer.
What?
All right. Hopefully, I'm done healing Fonz. Let's see.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
All right. Well, who's left? Bernie? Is Bernie still looting stuff?
No, Bernie actually hasn't. He's finished looting. He's pretty good at what he does. So, so there's Bernie and there's Doug that need the healing.
But Bernie is half orc, correct?
No, that's Fonz.
Oh shit!
The one time I'm not playing an orc.
All right, I'm gonna heal Doug because I messed up. I would have went for Doug over an orc for sure. Well, self-proclaimed leader, you got some injuries. Would you like those tended to?
Nice.
Me?
Yes.
Just when I thought he was the smart one.
I'm no looter.
He said leader, not looter.
Oh, I heard looter. My bad. Like, what? Am I like looting corpses now? No.
No.
You only got 2 people that's supposedly looting corpses.
No, it's just my thick dwarven accent. My bad.
Okay, I gotcha. I'll just be like, I'm no leader, but someone's gotta wrangle all of these misfits together.
Speaking
So
of,
you literally just called everyone misfits just now.
I did.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Hey, that makes sense. Wizards tend to keep themselves in a high view themselves in a high position.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
all right. Well, I hella healed Dougie, so.
Dougie, what race are you?
Half elf.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Why is that worse?
Of course, yeah, no, I'm just gonna like roll my eyes at him.
Because he's a half elf, you know.
What are you guys, half racist?
Half elves are generally well liked compared to just full elves. So
True.
Yeah, they're
He's a
diplomancers.
yeah.
Exactly. Listen to Rob. He's co-DM.
Rob should be drawing.
I'm just a smoking corpse on the side. I'm 20 feet.
You're not just the smoking corpse, Rob.
20 feet.
We're all the smoking corpses.
Yes, all of them.
In unison.
You were what I was pondering when I was healing James.
All right, that means the last person that needs to be healed is Bernie.
It's all right. I'm just popping one of them potions.
Are you? Yeah, come on.
What?
Do you really?
Wait, did you drink one of the potions? Really?
Wait, what?
I don't know you guys from shit.
Wait, Bern, what did you say? I want to make sure I heard right.
I said I'm gonna pop one of the potions. I'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he does then.
Wow.
Again, I don't know these guys from squat at the moment.
All right. Well,
actually, that's not true. You don't not know them from squad. You know that they're all part of the Allied Army, and that right now they're not the bad guys, and that you literally signed up to join them in this fight against somebody else.
Right. Okay. Fair enough then.
all right. I saw him drink the potion. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and the potion you saw healed his paper cut. All right.
Hey, two subdual damage is not a paper cut. That's half of my health.
I remember your health, yeah.
You're welcome.
I mean, that's some of my health too. I mean,
Thank you, sir.
Lonely human, what happened to you? Did you get injured before this or what?
Wait, you're over there. I'm over this way. I didn't even come near you guys.
Well, Doug is trying to get everyone together still.
Yeah, we're together.
So everyone, okay. So from what I understand, everyone is together except for Bernie now, and they all turn and they just see Bernie drink a potion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we know what the potions do, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're part of an army, so we definitely have knowledge of basic
Well, I
stuff.
mean, even I was gonna say Dougie's a wizard, so you can kind of know what kind of potion it is.
Both Dougie and Joey would actually be able to figure that out also, just because. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I'm pretty sure healing potions are very
What's going
common
on
in
now?
magic. Something everybody knows. I'm just wondering how he got injured before this.
Well, it was a big explosion, so no one here can actually tell how damaged Bernie was.
I
That's true.
could.
You went to him first, yes, but from a distance.
Okay.
So Bernie can actually hide that, so no one.
Right now.
You guys have to role play him not making a bad mistake. Using the cure light.
We don't know.
Exactly.
All right. I'm glad you're healed, sir.
Whatever his ailments must have been
My pet.
more damage than what I could handle, apparently.
Don't worry, this is gonna work out fine.
What did you heal anyways?
Huh?
How much did you heal? Just for low
Oh yeah.
roll.
Wait, I don't even know how much the cure lights heal.
1d8 plus.
1d8.
1d8 plus 5? Or 1d8?
1.
Well, it doesn't matter anyways.
Just roll it, just in case.
It can't be negative. I get at least a 5.
Just roll it.
No,
Son of a
he wants you to roll it so he can make fun of you.
Yeah.
You're role playing, so you roll it. You took the potion, you get the number.
Whatever. You're just angry.
I'm not angry.
That's passive aggressive right there.
There we go.
Continues.
Oh my god.
So you healed from 2 subduo to would have been plus 13 because just one real heal would have cured everything anyway.
It was +1, but yeah.
That would have healed me to full.
Well, actually, it would have been 9, not 13, because I did say 1d8 plus 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said 5. Okay, never mind. Gotta rewrite
But
that.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's already rolled. And
Yep.
it didn't matter in the first place. But
Yes, 2 more.
It's on you guys. What are you guys doing?
So everybody's pretty much gathered. I'm on the side, and I turn over for them, and I go, all right, so it looks like we're all on the same side. So I'm just saying, there's a little tunnel right here. The enemy might come up and attack us at any minute. If you guys stop screwing around, we could probably take them out ahead of time.
He's accusing you guys of screwing around. Everything was good until you stopped screwing around part.
Man.
All right, then. If that's the case, then I'm gonna say lead on, de facto leader, and I'm just gonna take him and I'm gonna carry him ahead into the tunnel. If he'll not resist too much.
All right.
What are you?
Naturally, I'm intrigued by the
Fairly
tunnel.
strong is what I am.
Dwarf.
You're strong?
It's a fighter.
No, but you're human then, or?
Human, yes.
Oh, okay.
Just remember, Doug is the half elf, Fonz is the half orc, everyone else is human.
Okay. And you're trying to grab me then, correct?
Yeah, I'm grabbing you by the shoulder and I'm just guiding you right on into that tunnel.
I'm not
He's
human.
not grabbing you. It's not an attack or anything like that, Burn.
I know. I'm just gonna shrug him off with the escape artist, just to he doesn't grapple me.
You don't need a roll escape artist. You shrugged him off.
Okay. Shrug him off, and I just go ahead.
All right.
I'm not human, just so you know, guys. I'm dwarf. All right.
Oh, that's right, dwarf. I'm sorry.
Good
Yeah.
job.
All right,
I
cool.
represent humans. Okay, so does everyone want to go check out the tunnel?
Yes,
Yeah.
go.
Okay. I'm like, can I take point?
By all means, if you want to take point.
I mean, you can jump in front of Bernie. So then it's Bernie, or then it's you, then it's Bernie, then it's me.
Okay. Well, who is are we at the tunnel yet? No, we're on our way over.
Yeah, you guys are there. I just think it's funny because I would think though that the best person to go forward would actually be
Me.
Fonz.
Fonz. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna go in the back and just like.
My first question though is the tunnel lit or not?
Nope.
Okay, so who can see in the dark?
I can cast light, and I guess if it counts as what time of day is it, Dawn, or does it not matter because we're in a tunnel? Because it's
When you guys go down there, it doesn't matter because it's a pretty thick. It's a pretty like. It's a tunnel, but you're not a dwarf. Sorry, I'm trying to remember who your character is.
Okay, I can't see in the dark.
Regardless, you can cast your light spell. It's fine on that when you're in there.
Okay, yeah. I'll cast light on my thin blade.
All right.
All right, now I'll let Fonz take first.
Yeah, I grab Bernie and I push him behind me, and I keep like
Everybody's just trying to grab me.
It's not that they're trying to grab you, Bern. They just they find you pompous, and so they're just pushing you aside because you don't matter to them.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying.
Is there any unnatural stonework in the tunnel though that a dwarf would kind of get a search check for?
Okay, so that's the thing is, well, you guys haven't gone far into the tunnel yet. You guys are just going through now, right? As far as
Yeah.
I don't want to make sure that the whole group is going, or if anyone's staying behind or whatever. I want to make sure about this.
We're all going. Right?
Going.
Okay, you guys are all going in. Doug has lit up his thin blade, and Fonzo's in front.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. So, as you guys are going down, it looks, at first, it just looked like it was a regular just tunnel, but as the farther in you go, you see that there's more work has been applied to it. And it becomes more and more refined as you go down.
Oh, shit.
All right?
Fucking enemies are planning on coming in from behind us underground, motherfuckers.
Can I use knowledge dungeoneering?
You can use knowledge engineering and what's it called? Joey can do a racial check as well.
Right. Search is wisdom, right? No, it's intelligence, right?
It's intelligence, yes.
Okay.
Oh, nice, Doug.
20 plus 3.
Okay. So the all you can tell Joey is that it's high quality work.
Okay.
That's definitely not something. But think about it this way, though. It makes sense, though, right? That it's high quality work, as in that it doesn't look like something that like an orc would do, or undead, or capable of having the manual dexterity for. So for you, though, Doug, like your high roll, you actually you see that it's actually really really good, right? Your engineering, you can tell that it's actually really, really well made. In fact, and you even recognize one of the symbols on there, and you wave your hand in front of the symbol, and it lights up the whole corridor.
Oh, sick.
Ooh.
So and they're not torches sticking out. They're actual magical lights that light all the way downward. Once it illuminates all the way down, you guys realize though that like the stonework, it's like marble. It's like clean.
Oh.
Don, do I recognize the origin of any of this? Like,
yes and no, which is the strange part. Part of you do, but it's also kind of hazy to you as well.
Huh. Okay.
Now we know we're in enemy territory, right?
Yes, because you know though that through his engineering and if Fonzo's survival, he doesn't need a roll for it. You guys can tell. Well, it's going in the direction of the castle, but even with the engineering and survival thing, you know though that this is definitely going to be this has to be part of the castle. Like it's in your gut, you can tell.
So this is the enemy's castle passageway, not from our side.
Yes. Although the through his engineering though, the interior work doesn't match the exterior of the castle.
Something's fishy's going on around here.
Is that third faction?
Well, keep in mind though that like all this stuff though, remember this is all stuff that Doug knows about the interior and how it pertains to the castle work itself.
Right.
So he knows that you would have known if you wrote above a 10.
Dang it.
So this is something that Doug knows, but he doesn't have to necessarily share with everyone.
Yeah.
But you guys do know though that all the lights were lit on, and you guys don't know why, except you see Doug's hand in front of a glyph. So you know, so you can assume that Doug is the one who lit the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Look like magical lights. The interior of this place doesn't quite match the castle itself. Cleric, do you recognize any of the stonework?
Looks like marble.
Well put. Well said. Well, shall we carry on?
No, I don't notice anything.
Well, Doug asked a question, guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's carry on.
Yeah. In response, I just
I don't know who's the leader, but because of James' earlier actions, I can just imagine James's character being like, "Man, I really traded down for this."
Yeah, pretty much. I was in a platoon of highly trained individuals. No, not anymore.
Highly coordinated.
Okay. So you guys are going down for quite a while, all right? Like you guys realize though that there's been no combat, nothing. In fact, actually, you do at one point you do actually come across some artwork and whatnot, and the work actually looks calming.
Calming.
Yes, like it's not. I don't know. Dude, that was amazing. All right, I'm gonna give you another action point for that one. Going up to 2.
Oh wait. I
thank
traded
you,
down
sir.
for
I
this.
thank you.
I traded down for this. Oh, okay. Okay, buddy. Caught you in a shock, killed you. It's all good.
I was wondering, is this a thanks for the healing, or was this thank you for the thanks for reading the stonework?
No, for the healing. It's all right.
You know what they say? It's a thankless job, man.
Yeah.
Literally.
I just didn't know it applied to all races. I thought my kind it is, but apparently it doesn't matter.
Don't worry. If they were dwarves, they would have thanked you.
No, damn, they're all dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can just wash off yours.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I kind of interrupted you with that little message.
It was pretty funny. I didn't even notice it until I just heard Bernie like going hysterical.
And you saw like Joey typing, and I'm like, this is gonna be good.
Okay, so you guys are going through, right? And it's a long walk, but I don't know if you guys want to say anything or not. But you guys have had, say, 20 minutes of just walking, right?
Quick question: does this feel like we're going like in a slight slope, or does it feel like just like a
It curves every now and then, and sometimes it goes a little up, but nothing jarring, nothing.
Okay,
like.
so it's kind of like a weave up and down and just side kind of scrolling.
Yes.
Like an average tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's not just one straight tunnel going all the way down.
Right.
Like
I just want to make sure it felt like we were going slightly down in the curves. You know what I mean?
Now, Byrne, actually, you and Fonz, both of your characters would actually be like a little suspicious because you're like, huh, there should have been. To you guys,
I was gonna say, I wasn't too sure because since I don't have trap sense, I wouldn't notice any traps. But the fact, pardon me, that nothing's happened for 20 minutes, I'm like, this is a little too quiet, guys. I don't know what's going on, but this is
just a quick reminder. Trap sense, you can actually still detect traps. Trap sense is really just a bonus for your own saves and AC for triggering traps and surviving.
Okay.
So you can still search for traps. You can still disarm traps as well.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I see I saw right here it says disable devices, so I figured I can still break down traps.
Yes, as well as you can still search for them. Trap sense just gives you a bonus to survive them if you set them off.
Okay. So right now, really, my character's getting a little suspicious because it's been 20 minutes. This is a war going on. This don't feel right. And I kind of let the guys know this doesn't seem right. We've been 20 minutes without nothing happening. This is not sitting very well.
Mm-hmm. Now, you guys actually have reached another point now where all you see in front of you to the next section is a glyph.
A glyph?
Yes.
All right.
So
like a magical
Arcana?
What's up?
Knowledge Arcana?
Yes, actually, that and or spellcraft. Either one will work fine on this.
Ooh, spellcraft's even better.
You know my breath.
Ooh.
You recognize it as a type of. So, Doug, your role was good enough to recognize it as a type of protective warding, but to not identify what the warding is.
It's a nat 1.
Natural 1.
Oh, natural 1. I'm sorry, I read that as 12 plus 1. Never mind.
Yeah, let's see which one is the die.
Tell.
So, I'm sorry, what was that?
Okay, so sorry. Now that I know that it's a natural 1 instead, my mistake. Of course, it'd be a natural 1. Especially something that's supposed to be easy. As far as you can tell, you think it's power word death.
Oh no!
So you think that the moment that you cross the threshold, you will die, and that none of you have enough HP or anything to survive it.
I'm like, everybody stop. I like dramatically turn back towards them, like, this is power word death. If you
Which no one knows what that is except for you, so you have to explain it.
If you cross this line, you will die. None of us, well, from what stock I can make of us all, none of us are strong enough to withstand this. So is there anything else? Is there any other way to go here, or is this like end of the line?
End of the line.
All right, and that's what he's saying.
Yes.
Okay. Any way we can disable it?
Do I roll another check for my knowledge of power word death?
This one is actually you can do. Well, you fucked up so bad on the spellcraft. I'm not gonna let you roll spellcraft again on this. But you do have knowledge arcana because I did say you can roll either one, so you can roll knowledge arcana to see if you can disable it, specifically to disable it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Actually, so if so you know how to do it, but you don't necessarily know if you have the skills for it. But if you know, you can guide someone to disable it.
All right. So yeah.
But you don't know Bernie's ability, so it doesn't matter.
He never explained, did he?
No, you don't know what Bernie or Fonzo can do. Fonzo apparently helps animals.
So
he's a pet zoo guy.
Don,
yes.
Do I know that like it would need to be somebody with like trapping abilities?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just say, does anyone here have any experience with traps?
Okay, yeah. At that point,
I thought you were gonna say nothing.
Okay, he says that. I go, what do you need?
All right, I can guide you through this, and we should be able to disable this.
Got it.
Very careful.
Careful's my name.
So you guys are both rolling a d20 with each other.
Does any of them have action points?
Nope.
Okay.
You say both roll a d20?
Yes.
Oh, this I gotta watch.
Oof.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Again.
Oh no.
Oh wait, I forgot to add.
Because he thinks.
I forgot to add +7 to that. My bad.
Okay, so total is 20 then, because 9 plus the 7 is 16. Plus Doug's roll of 4 is 20.
21. Wait, no, you're right. Never mind.
I was confused for a second.
Late on a Friday. Math doesn't work.
Someone had to replace David.
All right. So yeah, 20. Now you know how to shut it off for like pretty much around 6 seconds.
Okay.
That's what Dougie knows then, right? Or do we both know?
That's what you both realize.
All right.
Because the warding powers down and then powers back up in 6 seconds. So that's the best you guys can do.
Okay, so so I look at the group. Go. All right, guys. As soon as I turn this thing off, it's gonna restart in 6 seconds. Get ready to make a mad dash across the line.
So, so you guys know how to turn it off. So do we have a second before we go through?
You have 6 seconds before it comes back up.
So this can potentially kill all of us, right?
Now, if you're quick enough.
As far as we know, yes.
Does everybody want a glass of water before we go?
Don, what is the effective range if assuming it's a power word death that's covered?
From your knowledge, and remember, this is what you remember power word because you rolled a 1.
Yes.
So if you want to know, actual ranges, if you see the symbol, you should have been dead already. So it's obviously not power word death.
Okay, sure, but what do I think it is?
So you think it's the moment someone like crosses over it, or because it's a pretty big glyph.
It's covering like the whole passageway?
Yes. So you feel like, anyone who touches it.
But you could easily cross it and around?
No, it's encompassing enough that it covers the whole floor panel.
Well,
how long is
how big are we talking here? Like, you couldn't run across this in one round? Like,
what's
with a
up?
sprint? I'm saying, like...
You guys can cross it in one round. It would take you would have to do a double move, 40 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Then
So we can clear.
It's no biggie. Everyone should be able to cross this in time.
All right.
All right. Just let me know when you guys are ready, and I'll disable it.
I don't know why, but boom, I entrust my life on you guys.
You're so emo.
Do we want to go one at a time?
No.
No, we have to all go at 6 seconds. Not one at a time. We have 6 seconds before it comes back up.
Okay, you turn it off again.
I don't know. I think it's only the one-time deal. And once back up, we all have to cross over. Otherwise,
I don't know. Can we turn it off like back again, Dougie? Wizard, can we?
Try. I mean, you guys can literally try.
I don't know if it's worth trying. This is a pretty dangerous thing we're working with. So
No.
the more chances we get, the chance might not work next time. Might blow up in our faces.
We know for certain we can disable it for a round. So let's just go with that. It's not too dangerous just running across it. I mean, this is the least dangerous it's gonna get anyway, unless you want to turn tail.
We knew this was dangerous when we signed up. Lynn just starts stretching a little bit, getting right up on the line.
Listen, just run across the thing. Don't trip.
Guys,
let's not let our fallen comrades' deaths go in vain. You know.
Exactly.
I don't know. Can the cleric do anything about it in case something goes bad? I mean, he's a resource, right, for helping us out, killing us.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, like.
Let's just go.
Let's go, guys.
Let's go.
All right. So we got 2 seconds, and I'm going to count it down, and then we go.
All
right. Do we have to roll for anything?
So do I have to roll for this, Don, or is it just going to automatically hit, and then everybody's got to book it?
Everyone's going to book, automatically hit.
Okay. So I'm going to count down. Everybody ready?
I would like to know the order of people going, though.
That's what I would like to know, too, because I'm probably going to be the last one since I'm the one disabling the sucker.
I thought we were going at the same time.
Yeah.
No, but you guys have to go. Oh, yeah, true. Wait, do I have to hold on to it while I bring it down to make the last dash, or is it automatically hit it and then book it?
You have to hold on to it.
Okay, so I have to be the last one.
Well, yeah, because Doug just had to tell you what to do. And you just figured it out. So Doug can just run through. He doesn't have to actually do it now.
Yeah. Doug told me what to do. You guys have to go. I'm the last one.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay, so you're first in line. Who's after Joey?
I will.
Sure. I'll go next.
Okay, so
right.
Dougie's third.
So do you do it?
Who? What?
Which order are you going in? Are you last?
I was under the impression I was already at the starting line.
Okay.
So if you guys want to shove past me, go for it, I guess.
All right, so you got the order, Don?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to count it down, guys. So here we go. All for nothing. 3, 2, 1. Disabled.
Disabled. Everyone goes through. Bernie, you're going through now, right?
Yes. After that, as soon as it looks clear enough for me to go, I'm going to go.
Okay. Doug, you realize that you made a miscalculation, and it's actually 4 seconds.
Oh, shit.
All right.
I mean,
I realize, right? So it turns on as James and Bernie are crossing, but nothing happens.
So wait, so we see it visually turn on in the 4-second moment.
Yes.
Okay.
And in fact, even like you know it affected them because the moment that they stepped down on it, their footsteps were highlighted by the glyph, but nothing happened.
So me and James's footprints are showing then.
They were showing, just where you stepped for a second, and then it's back to normal. Nothing happened.
Okay. As soon as I get across, I'm gonna slam Doug up against a wall and say, "What are you trying to pull?"
I'm just like, nothing. I swear it was a power word death sign.
I get in between them with my what is it? My stat.
I shove him into the power word death
stature. Easy, don't undo my work.
looking at Dougie very suspicious, like right behind him. I was like, motherfucker.
Can I take another look at the thing?
Yeah, now that you realize it's not a power word death, sure.
The spellcraft?
Yeah.
Let me take another look at this. I might have misread it.
You were looking at it upside down.
You forgot to find his glasses.
Hey, this is not 115.
You read one radical wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a power word. It's actually a ward.
It's a ward against death?
It actually prevents, it's like protection, it's like the protection spells, like protection from evil and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Except it works on more than just outsiders, so it's actually way above your pay grade. It's pretty much the equivalent of a 9th or 10th level spell.
Whoa.
But the warding, it's alignment based. It doesn't kill no one. It just acts as a barrier preventing anybody with a certain alignment to go through.
What's the alignment? Evil?
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently I got evil, death mixed up, and you know,
and it's ward with an A instead of an O.
I was gonna say that, but yeah.
This this
Well,
is
you get an action point.
of protecting from evil, so evil creatures can't pass through this hallway. Which is good news, because that means every one of us is not evil.
Well, you only know that James and Bernie aren't, technically.
Oh, you're right.
Does he?
Wait, has he told us that yet?
I just told you that.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So maybe you're trying to prevent us from knowing you're evil.
I step on
That's
the ward.
That's actually a legit thought process right there, thing to think about, consider for, especially for Fonz. So he's actually correct.
I was like, well, you should have a little talent. Did you?
Yeah, I mean, why are you so invested on, turning down this cliff?
Okay, I step on the ward.
All right. His footstep was highlighted where he stepped on, and nothing happens.
I'm just like,
Okay.
Shouldn't have trusted you the first time. I'm still not going to trust you now. I learned that lesson.
would you care to tell me what this is?
No. Not at all.
All right, then.
All right, step on it too. Just like everybody step on it, please. Make sure everybody's good.
Wait. Thinking about this after he said that, I'm like, so it's protecting evil things coming through the one direction or both directions?
Both.
Steps on it. Yeah,
Evil things cannot step on this. Either way.
Right. So either way.
Yes. So we don't know if it's keeping them in or keeping them out.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because at this point, like, that's the enemy. We know they're using undead and whatnot, which, in my point of view, I'm thinking they're evil. So they wouldn't have been able to cross through.
Yeah.
The castle that we were originally heading towards.
Yeah.
Is this our castle or the bad guy's castle?
Bad guy's castle. You guys were
We're going
towards. I
towards
said that you guys were assaulting an evil dragon god and his dark army.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like, if it's protecting it from coming one way or the other, then something's fishy at this point.
It's been fishy for a while.
It's been fishy, but this is even more suspicious, because that means that this is probably not the enemy's tunnel at this point.
Also, be aware that this is extremely high level magic. So some nobody wizard didn't just walk up and plant this here.
You guys can tell that there's a certain seriousness on Doug's face. Because Doug doesn't know exactly how it works, but he can pretty much guess that nothing short of at least a disjunction could disable it.
Yeah. This is beyond my pay grade.
Yes.
Obviously. Misread the word.
telling you this now. I don't have anything to do.
I mean, we're gonna have to keep going at this point. We already got this far. Might as well see what
Fill
the
it
end.
up, right?
Agreed.
Go.
All right. So who's in the lead now at this point?
So
Are we
everyone's going, yes?
Yeah, we're gonna keep going.
Same
Okay,
order?
so from this glyph, it's not much longer until you guys encounter a door.
Is it locked?
Yes. Well, actually.
Hold on. Let me double check this door real quick.
Yeah, right.
At this point, I'm like, I don't trust him to read magic after that little debacle. So I'm gonna.
All right, hold on. Let me give it a go. And I cast detect magic on the door,
You do detect magic.
and I concentrate on that for a while, trying
Well-
to discern auras and.
So, Joey, it's magic is strong enough where normally I say you have a nosebleed. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
But it actually just makes you feel kind of good about yourself.
The hell, that never happens.
I know.
I'm afraid.
Maybe there's a unicorn in there.
That he sniffles.
What the hell?
Does he just start sighing in relief as he does
How
this?
do I reiterate this to the group?
I know, that's up to you.
Oh. Okay. And like, am I getting any kind of specific auras or magic
You
domain?
feel like someone is wrapping you up in a nice warm blanket.
Oh,
Trap.
shit.
You're getting good vibrations.
Like you feel like nothing can hurt you.
This door just reminds me of my mother. I don't know what else to say.
If James felt it, it would have been that nice warm feeling of being with his friends.
Okay.
Okay, so he tells us that it's a comforting feeling.
No,
He's
he
gonna-
doesn't say anything yet because he doesn't know what he's gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said the whole mother thing.
No.
I
Oh, yeah,
did
you said
say that. It reminds me of my mother. That's all I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He
Uh,
did say
I
it. Yeah,
don't know how
it
you guys
sounds
want to
like
interpret that, but yeah,
I'm at a loss, guys. I don't understand.
Is it a wooden door? Is it a metal door?
it's a metal door.
Okay.
Oh, nice. And it
Joey,
matches.
you can do your dwarven thing if you want.
Yeah. Let's do it. 20 plus 3. Yeah, 21.
It's adamantite.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I reiterate that. This door is unbreakable. This is adamantite. And it makes me feel good. That's why it makes me feel good. No wonder.
Wait, so adamantite reminds you of your mother?
She was a
Hey,
sturdy
for a dwarf, that might make sense.
Specific. When I cast detect magic on this door, it made me feel like I was being held like from my mother. But now realizing that it's adamantite, that must be what it was.
That's perfect. That works.
Yeah. You're being called by Mother Earth.
No, the last thing he said that was really much.
Always wanted some adamantite.
Can I knowledge engineering on this weird door?
Yeah.
Sweet. Another nat one.
Oh no!
In your opinion, there's no way you guys can get in there.
Oh, dude, my credibility is just gonna be destroyed.
I know. I like how even online your rolls are accurate.
You're just a hack wizard.
What
No,
kind
no,
of-
no, you touched the website or something.
He cursed the website.
No, it's not. Look, I'm gonna do it too. Roll the 20. See, I'm gonna roll bad.
Oh,
See, I'm gonna
Jesus.
There you go.
The one time it was a fake, and then we rolled
Success.
20 against us.
Get it out of the way now so you can roll 20s for me.
All right.
Not how it works. All right, so I tell the party, I'm like, I don't know if we can open this door.
Bernie, you can make a spot check then.
I was about to say, at this point, there's no door I'm not capable of.
Just don't roll a 1 and you're good, Bern.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured.
Nice.
Bern, you realize that it's a push, not a pull.
Literally, my character's just like.
Dude, this is me every time I go to Chipotle. It's like
they get your order wrong every time.
Yep, every time.
Nah, dude, this is me at Popeyes because like the 2 letters after like you are scratched out. So I legit don't know.
Okay, after that, I'm just looking at the door and looked at him like. Okay.
No, you should use swagger. Be like, you know what? I got this. Watch. Make up some bullshit. Bluff. Make up some bullshit magical incantation and then push forward. Maybe you can make Dougie think that you're magic.
He doesn't know that, so yeah, pretty much. So there's no
trouble. You want to do it now. Remember though, you haven't played your character as silly.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you want to do it. I was just making a joke thing.
Right. No, I'm just looking at him and just like, really? After I just realized what is up with this door. So can I do a just checking for traps real quick while I'm doing that?
Okay.
So is that gonna be a different roll, correct?
Just roll D20. As long as you don't roll a 1.
Have you told us yet that it's
what?
Push not pull?
I haven't said anything about that. We didn't even discuss.
Okay. So we don't know yet. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't see any traps whatsoever.
Okay. So because of that, and I know the door is locked, or is it open? Like it's just easy open, or I have to do a check.
That's all it is. There's no lock on it.
In serious mode, just.
All right. It is a little heavy, but you push. You just, Doug. Everyone, especially Doug. You guys just see that Bernie just goes up to it and starts pushing it, and he's just slowly pushing the door open.
After looking at him, it's like,
well,
really impenetrable? Really?
I'm gonna be walking by Doug and just like staring him straight in the eyes suspiciously, and I want to sense motive this guy.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? You can. I do want you to roll sense motive because we're gonna determine what your character is thinking of Doug at this moment.
Okay. So how do I do that?
Just roll a d20.
Just a d20? Nothing added?
Plus your wisdom.
Plus wisdom.
Wisdom modifier. So I don't know what your wisdom's at. Is it 12, 13, plus 1?
Yeah, it's at 12 right now, so it's a plus 1.
Oh, geez.
All right. Oh, actually, you got it pretty good. Damn, James. All right. So from what you can tell, to you, it looks like Doug thinks he knows what he's talking about. Right? Like he does think that he's telling. He believes what he says.
Okay.
I walk up.
He just doesn't know what he's actually doing.
I walk up to Doug and I just pat him on the shoulder and I look him in the eye. Is it first time in the field?
I just look at my feet. Mouth agape.
It's all right. You're only half elf.
Wow, racial burn.
Hey, Doug, I'm going to give you a pity D2. You have a D2 action point. Since you can type, dash D2, it'll roll it for you. So you have a pity D2 action point.
Don, does it work if I roll a 1?
No.
Then I don't need it.
I know.
That's hilarious.
All right. So open the door. We're all going through. Jada's giving Dougie the mean eye, and Joey just patted him, going, "They're there. They're there."
Okay.
No, not really.
Oh wait, Fonz, you're the only one who hasn't done anything.
I'm just flabbergasted by like how useless Dougie is.
That's the guy that didn't do anything. Come on.
He's been trying to get us to work together.
Yeah.
Even the one who's
Still,
working out.
I mean, you can't blame Fonzo because Fonzo hasn't done anything yet. Technically, neither has James and stuff either. Or, well, just those two. Actually, the only ones who actually have done anything is Bernie and Joey.
Doug lit the foyer.
He lit the way
He
open.
did light the way, but he totally fucked up on scaring you guys, saying that that's a glyph of death.
He
And then
got
saying
us
that there's impossible to go through that door.
He got half of us to reluctantly do like a great group project introduction. So also,
So I'm just saying that you can't blame Fonzo for his character right there on how he's reacting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fonzo's just been the guy who's been like quietly following along for the most part
and judging you.
Yeah, he secretly has knowledge of engineering. He just hasn't used it.
No, I don't have no.
They don't know that.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So you guys go through, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys go deep in. You realize now that you guys are the dwarf and Fonzo would both know that you guys by now are very close to the castle, if not under it now.
Okay. I relay that information.
Same here.
Seems like we're getting pretty close to, if we're not already, under the castle.
And you guys are now in an observation room. There's actually magic that's surveying the battlefield and everything.
Wait. We can see what's going on the battlefield right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. There are several. There's multiple orbs that are displaying information. So not screens, but orbs, right?
So this is their info room. So this is how they've been watching us.
Yeah, except there are two things that catches your eye, right? The first thing that catches your eye is you recognize your friend, the heroes from your guys' respective countries, right?
Yeah, the champions.
Yes, you recognize that the champions are right now fighting a dragon.
Fuck.
What kind of dragon?
You see an epic battle.
Is it a dragon we're supposed to be fighting right now?
No, they're fighting a dragon. Remember, we're the mooks.
You're the anime side characters just watching it.
Just watching the UFC fight, guys. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Can I recognize the dragon?
What's up?
Can I recognize the dragon with Arcana?
You can try it. Go for it.
I can see the one coming. It's a lizard, guys.
16. You actually the only thing that you recognize though, even with a 16, is that it does not correspond to the standard dragon table. But I did mention that it's a dragon god. But also remember though, at this point, you kind of wish you had diplomacy because no matter what you say, no one's going to believe your credibility.
I wasn't going to say anything anyways.
Okay.
I just take note.
So remember, you guys were thinking that it was going to be a dragon god you're fighting, so you're like, huh, okay, so it's definitely not a normal dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I got 21 on knowledge religion since it's a god.
You realize that it's 21. You don't recognize it as being divine.
Okay. So
but it could still be above your level on that, but it doesn't outright scream divine or unholy dragon. Specifically, it doesn't look unholy to you.
Okay.
So it's not the final boss.
Can I use my honed combat awareness to determine how well they're doing in that fight?
Actually, yes.
Okay. What do I roll?
I'll be back in a second.
D20.
D20 plus anything?
No, this is actually just going to be a fighter thing, so.
Okay. Just rolling 1d20.
9. It looks like it can go either way.
Right. Okay.
So since we're in the observation room, I'm gonna take this time to search for any notes or anything of value of information that we can use.
There's actually nothing laying around except for the several orbs that are displaying different battlefields.
Okay, so I can already see that. So there's nothing else.
But as you're searching, then because you're searching, you notice things on the view screens.
Okay.
So what you notice though is it looks like your guys' armies are not fighting what you remember being the enemy. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm being vague about on purpose. That's about all you can
Yeah, no,
have an idea about things, but that's it.
I get it, but I don't get it. I get it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so from what I see, they're not the enemies that we remember we were fighting to begin with.
Yeah, they don't look like skeletons and monsters and stuff.
All right.
Oh, but now before everyone can say anything, one of the screens, the screen with the dragon stuff, there's a big flash on it. All right?
Okay.
All right, there's a big flash on there. Something magical just happened, like during the fight. Like one of your champion wizards just did a powerful attack. So this is something that Doug, you can make a knowledge arcana check on this one. Actually, not spellcraft. Actually, this one is actually a knowledge arcana. And Joey, you can actually roll a knowledge religion.
Oh, cool.
All right. So you guys both recognize that it's not a typical spell. In fact, it doesn't feel right or looks right. But it's a big burst of flame. Okay. The reason why I say this is because a lot of the things that I say will come into play later.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So you guys see that though, and the dragon took. Now, James, you were watching to see who can do well. It looked like that attack came from your guys' side, and well, the dragon took a lot of damage.
Okay.
The dragon is very hurt from that. So, because of that, let me see. Like the dragon, then it does its own spell, and it looks like it's teleporting, right? And you see its glow, but you also realize that you can barely see a glow coming from another corridor that actually just started opening from the room.
The room we're in?
Yes, the room you're in. It looked like there was no entry into it, but that would make no sense. But there was an actual entry because now the door is actually slowly opening, and the light from that room that's starting to shine is corresponding with the screen that the dragon was making a light as well.
Oh,
The light splitting in.
Do we hear anything?
Shit, we gotta bail. The dragon's teleporting here. I think.
So, what do you guys think? What are you guys doing?
Do we believe him?
That's the thing, see? The dragon looks really big on the screen, but your room isn't that big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I call bullshit.
I looked at it, I was like, how does a dragon fit in that room?
And he didn't sound very convincing in the first place when he said it. No.
Interesting.
Okay. I flat out don't believe him, but I ready my weapon because something is happening.
Yeah.
And frankly, I start going to investigate the light.
Anybody else? Is James going by himself?
I'm gonna help him out.
Healer, what do you think about the light?
So as you're going forward, someone from behind you asks you what you feel about the light.
I feel like it needs my attention. Stop talking to me like I'm a servant. Name's Marduk, you ass.
You're more useful than the wizard.
All right.
It's like a noble ranger or something.
So at this point, After asking that question, I'm just getting ready because something's gonna happen for sure. Is not knowing exactly what. There's a light, door open, something's bound to happen, and whether it be a dragon or not, you gotta be ready. So I'll be right behind Joey on this one.
All right. Well, the light's there. The door opens to the other corridor, and down it, actually, the half elf can see farther with their vision on this one, right?
Dougie Dougie.
So, Doug, you see this, okay? Now, everyone else has to roleplay to not see this.
Of course.
So, Doug, though, you see that someone has just appeared in the middle of a summoning circle. They look all red, covered in blood. So they, and it looks like they're casting a very powerful ritual spell.
A ritual spell. Can I recognize the spell?
Good luck.
Arcana or spellcraft?
Dealer's choice. No, spellcraft. Spellcraft makes sense because spellcraft is more for identifying a spell as it's being cast.
There we
Okay.
go.
Sweet.
Ritual, huh? That sounds religious.
Oh, 26. That's pretty high. Not high enough, though.
So I don't know what it is?
You just know that it's a very powerful spell with it, and it has, you know that the range is huge. And the last thing that you remember being with the range that's huge was that attack that hit everybody from far away.
That fire spell?
The
Not
first
fire spell on the dragon, but the spell that killed your guys' groups.
Oh shit.
It's that big of it's bigger than that.
Okay. Huh.
Magic
What do I see going into
And
there?
it's gonna go off in just a few seconds.
All right.
Did you do anything with that or no?
No.
Okay.
Dougie's not doing anything. We don't see anything else.
Okay.
Joey,
What's up?
you're now. Are you just moving forward, or are you huffing it?
Am I huffing it? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
What do you mean by huffing it?
Like, are you booking
and
it?
James. I'm sorry, you and James. You two were both in the forefront.
It depends
Yeah,
on what I see.
I was moving forward to deal with whatever the light was.
Yeah, same with James. So I just want to know the pace that you're going at.
Oh,
If I see a dragon, I'm probably not going as forward as if I see one guy all bloodied up.
Okay, so
Do I-
going up ahead. Or sorry, go ahead, Joey.
no, go ahead. That's yeah.
All right, so you guys see someone just bloodied up and angry looking,
I'm dashing.
and the person
Sprinting.
he sees you, and the first thing that they do is it looks like they're just trying to cast their spell as fast as they can.
Okay, I rush in and I try to hit him with my maul.
Okay, James,
Okay, how close am I to him? Can I get to him this turn?
dashing distance. You can dash in and hit if you'd like.
Dash in and hit him. All right, readying and swinging the greatsword. This guy is obviously bad faction.
He looks all bloodied and everything, and he's just looking at you like, oh.
Okay, so yeah, just gonna come in and swing hard.
All right, both of you roll your attack rolls. Remember to add your attack number to it.
Attack. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, what is my bonus?
Natural one.
Oh, he's gonna hit me, isn't he?
No, this actually works well for me.
Is it plus? Are we charging him? So another +2.
Oh yeah, that's true. It doesn't matter for James, but
Okay. I got 20 total.
all right. So now I'm gonna actually want your opinion on this, okay? So Joey, you get a clean hit on the guy,
Okay.
right? and your hit actually hit like pins the guy enough so that way like you pretty much set up the shot for James. And
Wait, I
James
pretty much what? With
set up the shot for James.
Okay.
So you're afraid because James rolled a natural 1. Because of that natural 1, I'm going to say that James pierced the guy through the heart.
Oh shit.
Okay.
What do you what do you think would happen here if I'm saying that you rolled with your natural 1 that you actually skewer the guy's heart?
Well, out of the game, I would say that we weren't supposed to kill this guy.
Yeah.
So if it's the DM dictating what natural ones do, and it's helping us in what we think is supposed to happen, obviously we just killed the wrong guy.
But once you go against what the character wanted to do, so
Yeah. According to what we saw, then enemy eliminated, problem solved.
Yeah, like
Talk to the area.
shouldn't be against the player, should be against the character.
I know. I just wanted to know what you guys would think at this moment. That's all.
Well,
Okay.
he's a cleric. I don't think he would go in for the kill.
Not me, but Joey. I mean, not Joey.
I'd have gone straight
James
for
don't
the
make a kill the guy. That's how he goes.
He rolled a
You
1.
can't blame anybody for any of their actions here either, especially James. He just lost it.
We're saying that
We're good. We're not blaming anybody.
James killed the guy because that's the whole
He
protocol.
was trying to. He was trying.
Well, yeah, but he killed him. That's what happened. And Joey being a cleric, I don't think he was going for a kill.
It's okay. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
So no one can see this. No one can tell this except for Joey or James because they're right up front on that, right?
Yeah.
But that was a killing fatal blow. The guy should have been dead instantly right there. But the guy, despite that, he makes his concentration check and he completes his spell somewhat.
oh shit.
But it didn't go off perfectly because obviously, like, you guys kind of interrupted it.
Yeah.
But you guys know then that this guy definitely isn't human because he survived a great sword to the heart.
So he's pinned down right now and like still squirming.
He's not even squirming. He's ignoring you guys and just finishing the spell because that to him is the most important thing.
Oh.
As an incantation.
So he does that, and you can see this with your elf vision, right? That pinned him down. He went down now, right? And as they go down, you notice that there are behind him that there are a few stands with a few gems on them. And the gems have started to disappear. And they're large gems. They're like this big.
Okay. Can I like knowledge those gems?
Not from that far away, no.
Okay.
And so
that's like 2 rounds. What are Fonz and Bernie doing?
Yeah.
Well, I was following behind you, so you guys saw what happened.
You're going behind them? I didn't know that you were going behind them.
I'm assuming at this point I see the guy on the ground, pinned, dying, finishing up his last words.
Wait, you were actually going behind them? I didn't know that.
So to be fair, when I went to go with the light with James, Bernie did say he was going to be behind me. I forgot.
Okay, that's good. As long as I have someone's confirmation on that.
Yeah.
And Fonzo, you just asked the question and then you stood there. That's all I know that you did.
Yeah, no, I did not go through. I wanted to stay back because, I mean, the wizard didn't go through and he said, wimpy bastards, I want to stay just behind just in case. I couldn't go back.
Okay.
He sucks at magic, he sucks at life. It just,
So that person grabs with their hand, grabs pretty much the person who impaled him. Well, he grabs both Joey and James, one in each hand, pulls them forward to his face, all right? And he just tells you, you guys fucked up. You need to fix this.
Okay. Well, sense motive, I guess.
Yeah, safe to say.
Is he? Quick question: he's whispering to this to them, right? Like in the dying.
He's not whispering.
Oh, he's saying it. Okay, so I can hear this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And Bernie, you see that these gems are disappearing. You see,
Right.
You now see a bunch of gems there, big ass gems. They look expensive as shit. Like you can buy a kingdom with one of those gems.
Okay.
and
This
they're just
guy was
they're
flying
disappearing
in
off of these
colors, right?
columns.
Is there any way for me to memorize it, like the gems specifically, or like knowing them? Like, can I like memorize it? Like, no.
They just look like big ass gems to you,
Okay, that's fine.
And
and they're slowly teleporting away. 1, 2,
And you said there was how many of them?
4.
4 gems that disappeared.
There are 4 gems there, and one just disappeared. Another one just disappeared.
Question:
Yes.
how much time has passed?
Right now we're working on everyone's 3rd round. We're doing right now.
Okay. Since it's been a while already, I'm gonna ask Dougie if he wants to go check with them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So Doug, wait, real quick. So Fonzo's spending his 3rd round to do that. Joey and James, your guys' 3rd round hasn't actually started yet. Right now, it's the guy has just told you that. Okay. But I'm gonna have Doug and Fonz go first, and then Joey and James.
Okay.
So Doug, Fonzo spent his round asking you that. Doug, what are you doing?
I just like I was pretty much in a daze last round. I'm just like, sure.
Right.
So I follow Fonz.
Okay. Joey, James, you guys.
Okay, so just off of what he told me, I got 17 on sense motive. Like, are my alarms going? Like, I need to heal this guy. Like, I fucked up. Like,
there's no healing. You realize that there's no healing. This great sword to the heart.
So.
Oh, you had Revivify.
Level 1.
Is this guy flying enemy colors? Is he obviously one of the allies?
You don't recognize him at all. In fact, actually, now that you take a look at it, his garb doesn't look like from any of the nations that you know.
Okay.
But he's all bloody because he's been in a fight. And you were the one who was watching the fight. Now you can roll D20 real quick for me, James.
Sure. Plus wisdom, plus anything?
Plus wisdom.
Okay. I think that's 1. Let me double check.
Ooh, the action point might help.
What?
So maybe the action point might help.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's good enough. Where you realize, though, that, like, the wounds on him correspond to the wounds that you saw the dragon taking in that video.
That I saw the dragon taking?
Yeah, when he was fighting those champions.
Okay. Then his words to me were, "You fucked up, fix it," right?
Yes.
Then I will say, "You're right, I did." Pull the sword out of his heart and behead him.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, he's a fighter, and that's all he knows.
Yeah.
Wait,
We don't have to justify our actions, bro. No, we got this.
And you know what? If it takes a roll, I'll do an action point too.
All right, Joey, you said hold on. Joey, what do you do?
Hold on. So while he tries to do that, I try to stop him from beheading him. I try to tap.
All right, so you guys are rolling opposing rolls, but James is adding his action point to this.
I'm going to add my 2 action points.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
What's
Don.
that,
Nice.
Don.
Yeah.
Is this initiative roll?
Between Joey and James, yes, not you guys, because you guys are just approaching it now.
Yeah, I realize that. I mean, I'm just saying, are we counting their initiative bonuses for this?
Yeah, because Joey gets a chance to react just because James is pulling the sword out, and he sees the intention on him. So, yeah. So, you can still only add 1 action point per roll, though. So, Joey, James, you guys are going to roll D20, plus your action point, plus your attack, plus your initiative against each other.
Plus attack?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Hold on.
Hey, Jonathan, you can add music to this.
All right, so this is my...
Okay, I already have a lot of trouble hearing everyone anyway.
I know, I'm saying for next time.
Hold on. This is my initiative. Oh, God. Wait, that didn't work.
Oh, okay. So this is initiative and
That
then
doesn't
attack?
make sense. Hold on.
No. It was everything together. You did it right, James.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I didn't do that.
Regardless, Joey, you don't have it high enough. Regardless, a D20 would have been a 6. So even with the,
Well, it says.
what's your?
Yeah.
Oh no, you can actually match it still if your attack is +3, right?
Yeah.
So if you roll a 6 on your D6, then that'll be 15. You would have matched them.
All right.
So you have a 1 in 6 chance.
D6.
By 1, you missed by 1.
Oh well.
All right, so it was a valiant effort, but you couldn't stop James, and James didn't cleanly behead him. He just cut his
Cut his throat.
yeah. So the guy is just bleeding out, and he dies. It's a more painful death than the clean kill.
Can I slow it so he can say something else, or?
No, because it was also a vicious cut. Because remember, it's not a clean cut. It's not like with an elven thin blade. It's a great sword. It's a brute weapon.
God damn.
So all right, the person dies. The third crystal disappears now. Bernie, what do you do?
How far away am I from the other gem?
15 feet.
I heard the guy say we fucked up. We're gonna have to fix this. I noticed the gems disappearing. I'm gonna try to grab that last one off the pedestal. I'm assuming that's what it's on, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna, not knowing too much about magic, but knowing that these things are disappearing after he says incantation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to take that away, that last gem away, to keep maybe whatever he's doing to happen. Because I don't know exactly what fully is happening. Because I'm confused at this point. But that's the only logical thing I can do. Because James already pretty much killed this guy. Joey tried to help him, and I'm gonna try to stop it. So I'm gonna try to grab that gem. What do I need to roll for that?
Don't roll a 1.
Oh no.
I love saying that.
Can I have my sleight of hand to this or no?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Roll 1, dude.
Donovan wants you to do it. The fun theme.
It wasn't a 1.
All right. You catch it. Yeah, you got it, right?
Uh-huh.
And, but it was a 4, so it was a low roll anyway, so you don't catch it perfectly, and it does hit the floor.
Right.
But you stopped it from disappearing.
Okay. So it's on the floor, but it's not in my full grasp, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's on the floor. It actually hit the floor, and actually it cracked. And it's
Okay.
starting to crack now.
So it's starting to crack in my hands, or on the floor.
Yes. Doug and Fonz, you guys have gone a lot closer. You guys see that, you guys saw that James just killed or decapitated the guy, and it looks like Joey was trying to stop him. You're not too sure why, and you see a big gem on the floor with a crack in it with Bernie. What do you two do?
Can I recognize the gem with Arcana playing?
Arcana. And Fonz, you can actually nature this one.
Oh, I was gonna ask actually. Cool. That's gonna be +5, whatever I get. Oh, what the hell?
Good roll.
Oh, okay. 17.
Okay, you guys actually both realize, or you guys see that an egg just cracked on the floor.
Oh no. Not the egg I think it is.
So now it's starting to shine light right now, slowly. Joey, what do you do? It's now your turn. You and James, what do you guys both do? I need you two to roll initiative against each other to see who acts first now, since you guys actually went against each other at one point.
All right.
So D20 plus initiative.
Three dice.
James, you go first. What do you do?
Okay, do I see the egg?
You see, yes, you do, because you notice that despite your scuffle with Joey, you see that Bernie went and stopped this what looked like a gem from disappearing, but instead it fell on the floor and it's cracked, and there's a light shining through it now.
But it's a gem.
To you, it looks like a gem. It doesn't look like an egg to you.
All right. So I'm unconcerned with gems. I don't really give a damn. I'm gonna start walking back to the room to go look.
You're still entangled with Joey. Remember?
I'm entangled with him?
Yeah, because you guys were just literally wrestling.
Okay, that's true. Can I use a strength action to shove him off?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're just rolling opposing strength checks.
Okay.
Joey, you don't actually have to roll if you don't care anymore, since he already did the deed.
I don't hold on to him anymore.
Okay, but James is going to push you off regardless, so this is just to determine how far he pushes you off.
Okay. Well, I have...
Dwarf and heavy armor, though, so no worries also. So.
Yeah, I also get +4 to Bull Rush, so...
That's that.
I just have to give him a chance to roll a 1 or a 20, that's all.
Check what's in the adventures kit.
All right, so Joey, he pushes you off pretty far, but not into the wall or nothing like that, you know?
Okay.
All right. Joey, what about you?
Yeah, that's shit, man.
Bedroll, battle punch, flame still.
Problem solved.
Well, pressures.
I go survey my work.
I go back to see what's going on. I sprint to the room with the orbs, trying to see what's going on.
Okay, so you're actually paying attention now. All right. But you had to spend that turn to get there, so I can't tell you anything yet.
Okay.
All right, Bern, then Doug, then Fonz.
Okay. Since I saw what scene is going to start cracking,
Fonz, it doesn't matter. But Bernie, then Doug Fonz.
Okay, so I'm on the ground prone with the egg.
Well, you don't know it's an egg. You just see it's a gem, but it looks like it's starting to flake.
I meant to say gem. Everybody's been throwing an egg out. I still think it's a gem. And I see the light cracking. I'm a student. I don't know fully exactly what's in my my thieves toolkit, but I want to stop this because to see the light coming out, I want to stop this spackle or putty this back real quick.
Well, that actually you can't do because you don't actually. Thieves kit is stuff for it's like fine tools. It's for breaking stuff in. There's nothing.
No, I was just asking. I didn't know what's in my kit because I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. That's what my idea is. If I don't have it, then I don't have it.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that. Sorry. So you can go ahead and think of a different idea.
Okay. Quick thinking then. Okay, knowing that I have a cleric and a buffooning wizard, I'm gonna try to grab the egg. At the same time, try to hurl it to the cleric to heal grab the gem, hurl it to the. Gonna try to tell the cleric to catch it and mend it somehow.
Actually, it's not bad.
Joey just left, right?
Yeah, Joey just left though.
He sprinted out of the room.
Yeah.
Oh, he booked it out of the room?
Yeah, he spent his turn booking it out of the room.
Oh, I didn't catch that part. Fuck! Okay, so the only option I have is in the buffooning wizard.
All right. So, okay, yeah, throw it.
This is my only option because if he left, all I know is I'm going to regret this. This is the only option we got.
Okay, roll a d20 for me. Just, it's plus dex.
All right. Woo!
Very good roll. All right, so Doug, a giant gem is now hurled at you.
How big? How big are these?
It's pretty big. It's
football size?
No, bigger than football.
Oh shit! I just threw a dodgeball at him.
Hadouken.
Either way, Doug, I need you to roll a reflex save, and you have to decide: are you going to dodge it or try to catch it?
I'll try to catch it because I don't know. He didn't throw it to me like he's throwing it at me. He's throwing it to me like I'm supposed to catch it.
Can I help? Can I help Doggy catch it?
I think it makes it even worse when you double try to catch a ball.
Well,
If you're going to do that, then you're going to have to roll initiative versus Doug.
okay, I'll still help him. But okay, I guess.
Because I threw this at Dougie saying, "Mend this."
I know, but we both, me and Doggy both know what it is.
That's fine. I'm just like last minute. I wanted Joey to get this, but I'm stuck with you guys.
Wait, so you're rolling initiative against Fonz?
Yeah.
15.
Yeah. So, Hans, you can reflex save it to either catch it for him or to aid another. What do you want to do?
Aid another.
Okay.
So +2?
Yeah.
And this is reflex?
Yes.
If you guys have trouble reading the die, you can enable 3 die. It's actually pretty cool. The animation for the dice.
All right. You missed it by 1 because of how big and actually how heavy it is and stuff. I actually thought that Fonzo would have rolled because he's got a higher reflex save.
I thought he was gonna catch it too and just hand it to him. But I didn't want to say anything.
It's fine. Either way, it bounces off of Doug and then it just lands on the floor and cracks more. And in fact, actually, it cracked open.
Oh shit!
All right, so now we're going back to Joey. Joey, there's a bright light coming in from behind you, but you have a choice now. Do you want to look at the screen or look at the light?
Green.
Okay. Roll a spot check.
All right.
It looks like your side is winning, and that's all I can say. It looks like your side is winning.
Yeah, what side?
Your team, man. It looks like your team, your people are winning. It looks like right now they're slaying a bunch of goblins.
Looks like.
We all know where this is going.
Holy shit! So
James, your turn.
Okay. So I'm halfway between where Joey is and halfway between where the egg is starting to blow up.
Yes, you see a bright light that's starting to form outside behind you.
Are we talking like bright light, like it's blinding bright?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess that's become a more hostile entity than going and looking at the TV screens. So I'm gonna look back and probably cover my eyes with the great sword as I start to make my way towards that.
Okay. Burn, then Doug, then Fonz. Oh no, Burn, then Fonz, then Doug because of the initiative roll.
I'm gonna try. I'm pretty much gonna spend my action to get up, and I'm just like. Now I know I shouldn't have guessed. I shouldn't have done what I did. Second guessing now. I'm like, again, the buffooning idiot did not leave.
All right. Fonz, what do you do?
I must try to use my handle animal to see if I can do anything with the egg. Like try to.
Well, you don't see any animal. You just see a bright light coming out of the egg now.
No, it's neutral to see maybe the light. I don't know if is there any rhyme or reason to
this.
This
doesn't go with anything that you know. You don't know of any animal that comes out in a thing of light. The egg didn't even. Only because you've seen because of your arranger, that's how you were able to recognize that it wasn't a gem, that it's an egg.
It's a wild Pokemon you've never seen, man.
Mm-hmm. What do my survival instincts say?
Run.
Actually, it feels nice.
Okay, I just admire it.
Okay.
You're in the light.
Doug?
Can I make another knowledge arcana roll for like dragon eggs, hatchlings, anything along those lines?
Yes. Since you're being specific, yes. Okay. You realize you're thinking that this must be a type of gem dragon. You're thinking something associated with gem dragons because of the nature of the shell.
Okay.
And from what you remember, gem dragons were actually good creatures.
Shit. I just wait and see.
All right. The gem cracks open, and you see laying on the floor is a small child.
Oh God! It's gonna have depression on them.
What do? You don't see the small child. You looked at the screen, and it looked like your people were killing bad guys. To you, it actually looks like bad guys because you're just like you rolled a natural 1, so your eyes just couldn't see the screen well.
I didn't roll a 1. I rolled low.
You rolled a 1.
Yeah, you rolled a natural 1, man.
Oh, I did roll a 1.
That's why I said to you, it looks like they were fighting goblins and stuff to you.
Yeah, the natural 1 doesn't stop at a 1. It still adds
I keep looking.
Okay, there's other screens. Okay, roll another d20.
Oh, come on. God damn it. There we go. Fuck.
Okay. You realize that you made a mistake, that you looked at the screen wrong. It was just the lighting made it look like they were fighting goblins. But from looking at the other screens that you see, right, you realize that your team is winning, but it doesn't look like they're killing goblins like what you thought. They're actually slaughtering children.
Oh, God.
It's women and children. It's Anakin all over again.
Yeah.
And now you realize what Bernie realized earlier is that the troops that are actually fighting against your guys' teams, they don't look like monsters and skeleton men and whatnot. In fact, they're actually wearing like holy symbols, so it looks like they're killing paladins and clerics.
Oh shit!
Yep.
How did we get signed up with this bullshit?
James, your turn.
My turn. Okay.
Yes.
And so I've been shielding myself from the light. Has the light dissipated at all?
The light dissipated, and now what you see is a little girl on the floor in place of. Sorry. What?
What'd you say?
And where it looked like it was hatching when the light was coming from, you see a little girl on the floor.
Okay.
Batman it.
Little girl. Stories continue.
I hit her with a fireball.
He goes for the kill, swings for home base, for home, slices her head off.
Is conspicuous. Can I sense motive something, like sense doubt? Disbelief? Like, I'm pretty sure I know girls don't hatch from shiny eggs.
Yeah.
I don't know what they taught me in fighter school, but... Okay, I guess I just stared dumbfounded. Like, I'm questioning anatomy at this point.
Biology.
Burn?
What just happened?
What do you do, Burn?
Biology.
Shit. So I just got up. She just heard the flash lasted, and then there's a girl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off part of my clothing to wrap her up because she's nude at this point among men.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna decent her, because modesty and whatnot. Even though she's a child, we still gotta Wait, how old does she look? Anyways, the question.
Have you guys been watching Shield Hero?
Yes.
The chicken girl.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, I will take off either my shirt or something to cover her up at this point, because modesty. Okay. Even though
what do you do?
But she looks like a human, but she came out an egg, so clearly it's not a human. So I'm trying to
your brain's rattling.
Yeah, exactly. Like trying to knowledge nature, like
it's a human.
Just looking at my brain for any kind of explanation for things.
Doug, you're not surprised. You're fascinated, but you're not surprised by this. What do you do?
All right. Well, I tell them on party, like, guys probably won't believe me, but dragon, a good dragon.
Okay, so as Doug says that, though, right? Like, one of the walls breaks down, and you see some of your allied troops coming through. There's another platoon of allied troops. Okay? I need you all to roll initiative because Bernie.
Yeah, I already had a sense of what was kind of happening.
Well, no, Bernie. The people that come through, they don't look like good guys. They look like bad guys to you.
Right.
Like to you, it looks like a bunch of dark knights. While to everyone else, it looks like a bunch of white knights right now.
But to Bernie, it look like.
Okay.
Except for Joey, you were looking at the screen, right?
Yeah.
So at the screen, you hear that noise from the crash from back there, but you look at this, but you also see one of the screens, and it looks like a bunch of dark knights just broke through into the corridor or into the room.
Oh shit! Okay, well that coincides with what just happened behind me. So
yeah.
So initiative, right?
Common sense. I'm gonna turn around.
Okay, so these are dark knights. I'm gonna get in front to cover the girl. Like send her to behind me while these guys are coming in.
We're on initiatives, right?
Yeah, I rolled.
I think they're good guys, right?
To you guys, they look like good guys. To me, they look like dark knights. And I think to Joey too, right?
Well, on the screen to Joey, yes.
Okay. So I'm covering the girl and ready to so I get to go first, correct? Or just the action before this all happens down?
No, everyone has to roll initiative first.
Okay, so my initiative was only 6. I know what I'm going to do, but I just want to make sure where we're at.
It looks like you're last. It looks like Joey's going to go first so far.
Yeah.
James and Doug.
I haven't rolled yet, actually, for initiative.
No, James rolled mine.
That's right. That 20 was for your search. Okay.
Slow.
Slow caster party.
Woo! I'm plenty fast.
All right. So Fonzo, James, you two are the first ones, right? So the other party comes through and says, "Oh, it's a good thing you guys are safe." And they see the girl behind Bernie. They're like, "Oh, hand us the girl. We need to protect her."
Okay.
So, Fonz, James, what do you two do?
Well, I let him by to get to the girl, I guess.
Yeah, I allow it.
Wow. I mean, it makes sense, but wow.
You can't blame them at all, Vern.
No, I'm like, wow, okay.
I'm not.
All right, that means next person is Joey, then Doug.
Are the orbs movable?
No.
Damn it. All right.
In fact, the magic is slowly fading.
All right, this is just a long shot. I'm gonna swing my hammer at the orb.
Okay. So just don't roll a 1.
All right. There we go. Hey, hopefully this works. This is literally a long shot. Okay, cool.
Okay. All you do is you shatter the orb, but nothing else happened.
Damn it. All right.
I know what you're trying to do. All right, Doug, what do you do?
Dude's just busted through the wall.
Yeah. And the first thing they said was, "Oh, glad you guys are right. Oh, that girl, we need to protect her. Give her to us." And they're walking past Fonz and Bernie now.
No, not me.
Or
No,
Fonz
yeah.
and James. Sorry.
James.
I owe these guys at least a sense motive.
All right.
Oh.
Nice.
Yes.
Hey, that's actually nice. You know, you realize you're like, this doesn't seem right.
All right, so I'm like, what platoon are you guys with? What division?
Okay. So before they can answer, though, it is Bernie's turn.
All right.
Bernie, then my guys.
All right. Since I can tell these guys are Dark Knights, these guys just let them through. I'm thinking in my head, these fools. I see that Dougie just stopped the guys for a second. They hesitated.
Yeah.
And the girl's behind me. Is there any way? So there's nothing behind me, correct?
Correct.
All right. And Dougie just stopped them. And are these guys, okay, so the wall they broke through, is it right next to the hallway or is it on the opposite end?
Opposite end.
Opposite end.
Well, a little to the side, but yeah.
Okay. I'm going to grab the girl.
Yeah.
And try to book it out of there with her while calling these two guys fools for letting her. If I'm able to go, you guys, they're the enemy. Not,
okay.
You know? That's what I want to do.
That's good. That's short and to the point.
Yeah.
Okay. But to get past them, you're gonna have to tumble.
Fair enough.
You're carrying the girl, so roll your tumble on that.
Back of that.
I gotta watch.
Let my bullshit luck happen. Ah! Well, that's not too bad.
Okay, no, that's actually a good thing though. So you try to tumble, and they stopped you from tumbling. So you kind of dropped the girl a little, right? Mm-hmm. Fonz, James, both roll d20 real quick.
Will do.
Since you guys are there, right there with Burn still. Well, technically, so is Doug.
You say me?
Yeah. I've seen a lot more 1s and 20s on this, so this is pretty accurate dice roller.
Yeah.
Did we have any 20s?
There's been none.
Holy shit.
What's a 20?
Okay, so James, okay, Doug, and Fonz were. Oh, you were the 12. All right. So Fonz, you didn't actually get crashed into by Burn.
Mm-hmm.
Doug, you were brushed up against, okay? And James, you're actually holding up Bernie and the girl. All right. The moment Doug, you touched the girl and then stopped touching her, those soldiers, they look different.
They just look different. I didn't really notice.
They looked like they were in white armor, but for that brief moment that the girl touched you, they actually looked like they were in black armor. And then when she stopped touching you, they look like they were in white armor again.
So it's a quick clap for him.
So James, now that you're holding them to you, those guys in white, they actually look like guys in black.
Okay. And I'm aware that previously they looked white.
Yes.
Okay.
They look like part of one of the elite teams.
Okay.
Not from an allied nation. That's all.
Okay. So, is it my turn?
So let me see. That was Bernie's turn. No, technically it's Fonzo's turn, then Doug's turn.
Okay.
Then Joey and you.
So it's my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I do a quick intelligence check or whatever, or just quick connection. Like they came from the wall. They didn't come from the tunnel, and I know that we're all good. And Bernie hasn't done nothing stupid yet that I know of. So,
That's pretty
so
harsh.
I gave him my, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. So like, I tried to help. I tried to go for the girl.
Okay, so you're just going over there to go for the girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like help to protect her. Yeah. So
Okay, that means you're gonna have to push past one of the guard guys.
Okay. What the roll?
Because remember, the guard guys worked past you, and it's a weird like.
Yes, I understand. Yeah. So what do I roll?
Just roll a d20 for me on this because I'm rolling a d20 as well.
13.
They stopped you.
Dang it.
They're like, "Whoa, stay back. We got this."
Okay. Is that still my turn or is it over?
That's pretty much it.
Okay, good.
Unless you can think of something just to say if you want, but that's it. You only got like, no, these are 6-second turns.
It's okay. I'm a ranger. I can check the let me check the girl real quick. I got this.
Sorry, I'm not sure what rangers can do with checking little girls.
Well, check him on an egg.
That was a little perfect too.
Remember, they didn't see an egg.
Yeah, they're let me check the little girl.
The naked little girl that Bernie just wrapped up.
Yeah. So she's covered, but she's still not fully clothed.
Dougie, it's your turn.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm like,
Don't worry, Fonz. You didn't. Your action wasn't useless. You confused the guy that was holding you back.
I got it. I know. Don't worry, Donovan. You don't have to. Yeah, we good.
all right. So I say, gentlemen, there's no rush here. We've checked the other side of this area. It's clear. Can you please state your rank and platoon?
Okay. So some of the guys, one of the guys does turn to you and he tells you that he's from. Let me see. He's a shield knight. That's what he tells you. He's a shield knight, and they are here to rescue one of the princesses.
One of the princesses.
Yes. Now you were already rolling a sense motive before, so because of that, and you already have a hint of suspicion, you can roll sense motive now.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Thank you for labeling 3D dice.
You do not know what to believe. So you're still confused.
Okay.
Or, well, unsure. I'm sorry, not confused, but unsure.
All right. I'm
probably
confused. And they flashed into darkness for a second too. So I'm just like, I'm tripping.
He's down his own.
You're doubting yourself.
So yeah. Joey, what do? You hear parts of a conversation from behind you because of them.
God. And there's nothing left to watch, right? With the orbs.
Well, there are multiple screens. The other screens are looking at parts of the armies outside the fighting that's going there, and all you see is it looks like the enemy is fighting like to the last stand. Well, you would to you now that you have an image of it all, you can see how some people would think that, but to you, it looks like they're trying to surrender. The civilians are, but they're just getting slaughtered.
So I'm just having horrible feelings, just wrenching my gut after watching children being slaughtered and clerics and.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Make a spot check.
Ah, fuck. All right.
No,
what else? Before I lose my mind.
All right, Papa Roach.
Nice spot. Okay. So you actually one of the moving images, right? It goes back to the area where you guys had that attack happen with you guys, right? Mm-hmm. And you remember you saw there was you and the enemy. You guys were fighting undead and stuff at that time.
Mm-hmm.
No, you realize that you were fighting actually. To you, it looks like you were fighting dwarves and elves and humans and stuff.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Yeah, we done bad.
We're brainwashed.
Oh my god. Yeah, what do you roll for something like that? Realizing you killed a bunch of innocent people.
See, this is why I said that you guys have to start off as good, because we're gonna see how you guys' characters turn out later.
Oh man.
All right, so Joey, you're still in because you would have turned away maybe or something, but that screen is something that's like a realization. So that's kind of your turn.
Yeah, it's into my turn.
All right, James, what do you do?
Okay. So I know that
it looks like a bunch of dark knights are like there.
Right. So
except one of them is talking to Doug and he's telling them, "Hey, we're here to protect the princess." One of them is just confused, looking at Fonzo, and and the rest are going towards Bernie and the girl.
Okay. So what I know is that when they burst in, I saw white knights. When this girl started touching me, I saw black knights.
Yes.
So I'm then going to look at my companions. What do
they all look normal?
They all look normal?
Yes.
In either case?
Yep.
So we still look like us, but those guys switched from being good knights to death knights real quick to us.
Well, they haven't switched to me yet. I don't know.
Well, not to you, but I'm saying for me and James at this moment. And then it flashed for Dougie for a second. Kind of like one of those like shutter kind of deals where like. Poof, poof, poof.
I don't have any information to go off of here.
Even though, so James, you're right in front of me though, correct still?
He's not in front of you. He's next to you. He's holding you two up because you fell into them with your tumble.
Okay. So he's holding us at the moment. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. So,
what does your gut tell you, Baron James? Go by your gut.
My gut tells
his gut had him killed.
Anyone around me. My gut tells me whirlwind slash and be done with it all.
I mean, that ain't wrong either.
So I guess I suddenly see black knights. So I'm going to, with a flourish, drop these two and grab the sword. And as soon as I do, I'm guessing that what happens is they turn white again.
Yes.
And so now I think I'm hallucinating. So I like, and so back off a bit.
So Bernie, you see this. Fonz, you see this. Yeah, you see this. Doug, you see that as well. It looks awkward because James just let them go. It looked like he was going to attack, and then he stopped himself and he pulled back with great hesitation. He's not struggling, it's not like he's being controlled. He's like, wait a minute type look,
How did the bad guys react, though? Well, anyways, it's Doug's turn.
That was my turn.
It's actually going to be Bernie's turn.
Oh.
So,
yeah. I'll be right back.
So, yeah, no problem. So, Bern, what do you do?
He let me go, so that makes it easier for me. I'm going to still get the girl, and I'm going to still try to get out of here. Because I know they're confused and not sure what to do. I want to get her to safety because this is an innocent child at the moment for us.
Yeah.
I can already tell, I already had a suspicion earlier that something wasn't right. And then the fact that these guys come in and they're having problems, I just want to get out of there and make sure if she's safe, I'm safe. And then.
So what do you do? I understand. What do you do, my friend?
So I'm going to get out of there as fast as possible with her.
All right. So.
Another tumble check?
You said as fast as you can, right?
With her, yeah.
All right. So I'm going to get 3 attacks of opportunity on you.
They're that close up already? I thought James got in front of one of the other guys.
No, because remember, they initially walked past both James and Fonzo.
Right.
Remember?
Okay.
And the reason why your tumble failed was because they're there.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But don't worry, it's not like a bad thing,
Yeah. No, I just want to make sure because I want to count the right amount of guys here.
Yeah. All right. So, Bern, what's your AC?
16.
Do you have mobility?
He doesn't.
Okay.
Bernie, you just took 6 damage from a sword. All right.
Okay.
The other 2 missed, so you took 1 attack.
All right. So for 6 damage.
Yes. So now everyone else sees this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So James.
Yes.
Okay, so what you just missed is Bernie tried to dash out of there, right? but he just got hit in the back with a sword. There's 3 guys that are in between you all, and that's close to Bernie and everyone. And one of them, not one of those 3, but there's a separate guy that's just there talking to Fonz, and one guy with Doug. So there's a total of 5 guys in the enemy group. All right? Okay. Or the other group. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say enemy group. The other group. So one guy's talking with Doug, one guy's confused with Fonzo, and the other 3 all attacked Bernie.
The other
2 of them missed, and one of them hit Bern in the back.
Okay. Quick question: did you get a chance to tumble out of it, or no? It's just straight hit.
No, it's a straight hit because you said as fast as you can, and it's also difficult because to start.
Okay, no, that's fair. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just explaining it. That's all.
Was he taking the girl at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is the main reason why they were paying attention to Bernie and targeting him.
Okay. And so, is it free action time, or is it?
No, now it's actually going to be Dougie's turn.
Okay, so there's still the guy.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Let me check one thing. I just realized something real quick. Bernie, how much HP did you say you have?
I had 6. That's why I was like waiting for all this to finish up so I could do something.
So you're not dying or nothing, but like they just hit you really hard and you just fell to the floor. You're unconscious.
Yeah.
With the girl.
I was gonna say if there's any way I can get like a quick last action, but I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen because I'm carrying the girl.
You can. No. Well, no. You know what? If you roll good enough initiative, or not initiative, but a reflex save, I'll allow you to pop the potion on you.
All right, cool.
Since you grabbed those potions.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but it sounded like I wasn't gonna be able to do anything, so that's why I was like, okay.
No, that's fine because right now though this is a pretty hectic situation.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
So roll D8.
Oh, D8, okay.
D8 plus 1. Remember, that's the HP. Well, no, but you're not drinking it. You don't have time to drink it, so it's gonna be you're trying to break it on you. So I'm sorry, it's a half. So D4. Roll D4. All right, you heal 1 HP. You're at 1.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That still keeps me.
It's your turn.
Okay, so I just saw these guys all take a swing at Bernie.
Yeah.
Is there any allies near me?
There is Fonzo talking to a guy, and James is there as well. Confused with his sword up.
Okay. I want to just color spray all these dudes.
Okay.
If I step back away from the guy I was talking to.
Yeah.
And I want to color spray as many of these dudes and as few allies as possible. I don't know if I could angle that to hit, miss one of my buddies.
Let me see. Doug went with you, so not Doug. Fonzo went with you, so Fonzo would be in there. Bernie just got hit and went down and stuff, so you can avoid burn. James was going to attack them, so James is actually in the middle of it too. So the only Joey for sure wouldn't get hit, and you can avoid Bernie. So the only 2 that would be in the line of fire would be James and Fonzo.
Oh, fuck it. Color spray!
And it would be hitting 5 of the dudes?
Yeah, so everyone's going to have to make a save.
Okay.
Do I have to do a save or no?
No, not you, Bern. You're fine. He avoided you.
Reflex save?
It is reflex, right?
It's will negate.
Will, okay.
Well.
Nice. What you roll?
I'm through.
Nice.
It was nice knowing you, Doug.
Holy shit.
Wow.
James, I'm sorry, bro. You're going to have a pretty bad time.
I believe it.
That's bad.
Oopsie, wrong chat. Wrong group.
You have no power over here, or you're
Wait a minute. Donovan.
Yeah.
Color spray shot near a gem dragon chick. Does that reflect it all off of her?
Oh shit.
I didn't. She wasn't in the blast.
That's true. She wasn't in the blast, but that's gonna be interesting. Oh, you know what? Okay. Got it. DM's call on this. So actually, this works out pretty well. Actually, instead then. So the color spray, right? It actually refract the light. It's over the girl, but the shine is enough though that it actually starts reflecting off of her too. It wakes her up. Okay. So the girl wakes up not knowing anything, but there's this bright color spray thing, and she sees the light and she touches the light. So she reaches out and touches the light that you just shot out just now. Because of that, right, and because of where you guys are at, it actually ends up engulfing everybody because the girl is acting like a conduit for the light. Okay, make sense?
More like a prism.
Yes, there you are.
Yeah.
So it goes off on everything, and it actually hits all the guys. So and because of that, and well, fuck it, I failed the rolls for all of them then. Yes. And then nobody else has to actually roll on this. All of the guys got blinded and are stunned. So to everyone else, it looks like you are a powerful wizard now. That's a first level spell.
Don, do I roll the 1d4 to see how long they're blinded and stunned?
It's 2d4.
2d4?
For 2 HD or less, it's 2d4. For 3 or 4 HD, it's 1d4. For 5 or more, it's just 1 round.
So that means they're unconscious, blinded, and stunned for 2d4 rounds.
Yes.
And then they're blind and stunned. 1d4. And then they're stunned for 1 round.
Yeah.
Can we just coup de grace these fuckers?
Well, you're not code killers. Well, James is, but the rest of you aren't.
Rounds.
I don't know. I'm pretty pissed off right now.
Well, when you look back, you just see a bunch of unconscious guys in white.
Ah, damn it. Have I pieced it together yet, though? Because when I saw them break through the door, they were in black.
Yeah, but you're not 100% sure because...
That's true. I'm not in the right state of mind right now.
Exactly.
I'm about ready to fucking book it.
All right, so that was Doug's turn. Joey, it's your turn now. You saw that huge ass bright flash of light. And now you turn around and you see a scared girl clinging onto Bernie, an injured Bernie on the floor, and you see a bunch of downed guards on the floor. You don't know how they got downed and stuff. You just saw this big flash of light.
All right, I chug water as I'm running. But that's all I can do right now.
All right, James, what do you do?
Did Doug's attack damage me at all?
Nope.
Am I blinded?
Nope.
Just the enemy.
Just the enemy.
Well,
okay.
Your friends apparently at the moment.
They look like they just got like
glitter bomb.
Electric.
It was a rainbow-colored spray that hit them.
Yeah.
Friendship is magic, My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Or the Care Bear stare.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Care Bear stared him.
What did you do? These are our allies, I think.
With sword in hand, still kind of quizzically, like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah,
attacked our man.
Huh?
You just attacked our man.
Well, Doug, roll 3d4 plus 1, and that's how long they're out for.
He wrote hits 2d4.
Yeah, it's weird. It says it's like 2d4, and then it's 1d4, and then
Well, they're unconscious for the first 2d4. That's why.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I got you.
Okay, now with Doug's character's explanation, can I do a sense motive on their actions to determine whether they were actually being hostile or just reacting?
Not really, because their sense motive is usually when they're actually doing something at the time and stuff.
Okay.
And right now, it's just how your character is interpreting it. So it's actually your choice on that. They're all unconscious, so you can't really, guess what they're doing.
Okay, and Dwarf has run out the door.
No,
he's running back to you guys.
Swing back.
Oh, okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to usher, I believe it was Bernie's character has the girl.
Yeah.
I'm going to usher them onto one side of the room, the opposite side of the room as the 5 guys that are knocked out. And I'm going to basically form a wall, a one-man wall in between the 2 groups.
Okay.
And more or less wait for them to become...
So by usher, though, what do you mean specifically? How are you going to usher? Remember, Bernie just took a big hit in the back.
Oh, is Bernie knocked out?
No, I'm up by 1. I'm up by 1.
Okay, he's all bloodied up.
So how do you usher him? That's all. That's the only detail I need on this.
Okay, and he's on the ground, right?
Yeah, not laying on the floor, but he's on a knee. He's taking a knee.
I'm taking a knee.
Okay, not extremely roughly, but not by any means softly.
Okay, roll a d20 for me real quick. I see what you're saying, but that's important because that still tells me though that you're not just hey, come on, get up. You're actually you're picking them up.
Yeah, I am assisting him in this, but
yeah, that's pretty much that was what I needed to know. 16. All right, so you are picking them up, and you notice that every time you brush up against the girl, those guys look dark and then light, and then dark and then light whenever you don't touch her, brush up against her.
It's migraines.
Yeah, probably
it's like a strobe light of armor on them.
And so effectively I'm doing this in an effort to get some talking time rather than just we're obviously starting to swing at each other, and from what I can tell we're the good guys, and from what I can tell they could be the good guys, and so I'm not trying to cause open conflict between 2 good sides.
Got it. Okay. Burn's turn. Burn, then Fonz, then Doug.
No, I thought it was next to you.
Well, because you 2 just said okay when you tried to come at me, and then we started doing the initiatives on there.
Did we skip Fonzo earlier? Is that what you're saying?
I think so, but it doesn't matter.
Well, no, because you confused the guy, then they got color sprayed.
No, you're right. We did skip Fonzo. You're right, because the last thing he did was confuse the guy.
So
yeah.
Okay, so go ahead, Fonz.
Okay, so since just to have my trust so far more than them, and I know they came from the other way, and don't know you're good, so I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna go towards you to chill you to help you out.
And this is before. John, where is this gonna take place then? Right now or
after
it's right now too. So you're okay. So it's real simple. Fonz is trying to help Burn up because he's concerned, and James is going there to help both of you guys go to the side. So it's 2 people are helping you out because Burn, you're injured, but you're also holding a girl, so they're gonna try to help you up as well. So
I'm not letting her go. Period. At this point.
So Fonz, just rolled a d20 for me.
Dang.
Okay. No, that just means Fonz. You notice though that the moment you touch the girl or the girl gets brushed up against you, those guys they don't look like they're in white armor. They look like they're in black armor.
Okay.
So that's your first realization on this, but you went up there to help them as well. That's your action.
All
right, Doug.
All right, I'm these guys will be out for 20 seconds. Let's get the hell out of here. Back the way we came.
Okay, so Joey, everyone else, Doug just made a declaration. It's obvious then that he doesn't trust them and he wants your guys' help. What do you guys do? Joey?
Our side was slaughtering children. I don't know what's going on. We need to get the hell out of here.
They don't know that. So you guys just heard Joey say that your guys' side was slaughtering children. James, your turn.
Wait, did I get skipped? Or I just got up and that was it?
You got up.
Okay.
And we're now just continuing a rotation based off my screen, just to make it simple for me.
Yeah, no worries. I just want to make sure.
Don, I forgot to mention, like, as I'm saying this, I'm already moving out.
Okay, so Doug's leaving you guys right now.
Towards where? Towards the tunnel?
Back to where you guys came from.
The back where we came.
Okay.
James.
I frankly don't trust Doug any more than I trust these guys that came walking through the
completely understandable. His credibility is pretty low.
So
he's been wrong more than once before.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm gonna say is explain your reasoning here.
They're still down.
Doug, you hear that as you're leaving, by the way.
All right, all I say.
Hold on, sorry, you can't reply yet. I gotta have the other two do, and then you.
Got it.
Vern, you.
All right, since James picked me up, I look at him after he said that to Dougie. He's like, "Can you not tell that is the enemy right there? They just took a swing at me, you fool!" Trying to get out of there with the girl. Still,
it's actually legit that Bernie couldn't say that since he did get hit. So yeah. Fonz, what about you?
I think we should take advantage of the situation and knock them out longer, since they're,
Oh, you're gonna
girl? Oh yeah. No. And put either for
dual coup de grace.
To take.
It's possible.
Yeah. Dual coup de grace. Yeah. So we're questioning because we need answers.
Actually, technically, the only one in the group who would not know how to do that would probably be Doug. You have a guy with the heal skill, so he knows how to correctly pin them out and stuff. A guy who's good on combat, ranger, and a rogue or specialist.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not a bad idea. Doug, it's your turn. You just heard all this stuff. What are you gonna do?
I keep running, and as I'm running, I say, if they're truly good, then they can follow us through the ward of evil. And I keep going.
Oh yeah, that one ward.
Yep. Joey, what about you?
They took a swing at him. All right, let's keep him knocked out longer.
That's what my point is.
I
so
hope
Joey disagreed.
Yeah, right. Let's subdue coup de grace all of them.
All right, so Joey's moving to the bodies now, and it looks like he's gonna just smack the shit out of them, but not kill them.
No, medically dispose of them.
Can I help him?
Let me just.
It sounds like a Breaking Bad thing. Medically dispose of.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
First episode, Better Call Saul.
You guys are just gonna take off the Achilles tendon, and then they'll be fine.
Cripple them.
I didn't say.
We're just gonna chop off the hands so they can't hold weapons anymore.
No.
James, what about you?
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my adventurer's kit, and I'm going to grab out some rope, and I'm going to start tying them up.
I was gonna ask who had.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove their weapons. I'm gonna tie them up, and I'm gonna only put their weapons near them in case they are the good guys. I don't want to.
I understand. James' character is super conflicted, which makes sense.
Yeah.
He's
And remember, in life too, whenever someone is super conflicted, they often make contradictory actions all the time.
No, he's not allowed by efficiency. So it's right now, there's no way to be efficient because all the information's not out there. So it's what
exactly.
Yeah, it's just I heard Fonzo's character's idea, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. We should do that.
Yeah,
so do.
No, you don't have to justify.
By the way, don't mind the number I just put down.
No, you guys never saw
10 more guys. 10 more guys coming in.
So, but Bernie, what do you do?
Okay, so I'm trying to get out of that room with the girl, and I check at her, and I noticed that she's now fully conscious. Beforehand, she wasn't as conscious. Right? I asked her if she's okay, not knowing, seeing what kind of signs she gives while we're trying to get out of there, even though I'm kind of injured.
She's just looking sad down at the severed head on the floor.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now we understand. I see that. I'm like, yeah. I get the apologetic. I'm giving that apologetic story look. The response. That's really all I can do.
Oh, he's counting down.
It was her dad.
No, he's counting down.
All right,
Magic in the room. You guys see that the lights are starting to slowly dim.
Are they all knocked out more now? Can we go?
Actually, you decided to do that. You haven't actually done that yet. James just pulled out his rope and stuff and is getting ready to tie them up. Bernie just did that. It's now Fonzo's turn. Fonz, it looks like Joey and James are willing to help you out. What do you do?
I say we can carry at least one of them towards the glyph to find out for sure if they're good or not.
It's not a bad idea.
They're getting five will be, I don't know, might be cumbersome and maybe not, like. Yeah. And if find out that guy's good, we can go back and free the other one.
Well, no, there's what, 5 guys?
Yeah. So we'll take one.
Okay.
If it's good, then we'll come back and free the other ones.
Yeah. Well, you guys doing your thing. I know what I'm doing.
All right. Doug, it's now your turn. As you're heading down there, you notice though that the lights are starting to slowly dim.
Okay. I look behind me to see if any of the guys are following me.
Nobody has.
I'm just like, damn it.
I am.
All right, I come back.
With the girl?
Yeah, I'm leaving with the girl. That's what I said. I just wanted to make sure that she was okay. And then she gave that sad look at the overhead.
Bernie's following me.
Well, Bernie was going to. He's going to next round. This one, he looked at the girl to see how she's doing.
Okay. That was all the same action. Never mind. You're right. Carry on.
So yeah, he's going to go towards you, but he hasn't left yet. He checked on the girl first, and he noticed that the girl's looking at the severed head, and he's trying to comfort her because he feels bad about it now.
All right, then I turn back around to at least take stock of what the party is deciding on doing right now.
Okay, so you head back and you see James out there with a rope, Joey choking a bitch. Fonzo looks like he's trying to pick up one of the guys, and Bernie is looking sad and talking to the girl. That's what you came back to.
Okay. I'm just like, what are we doing?
All right, Joey, your turn.
All right, I coup de grace the next guy.
All right. Eric is murdering me.
It's a duo coup de grace.
Yeah, he's just choking them out, making sure and stuff, and just like.
Yeah.
Wait,
Exactly.
but aren't they already unconscious?
No, but he wants to make sure that they don't wake up in 4 rounds.
So concussion.
Yeah, concussion.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I was under the assumption that we already could figure out all of them because I said I was going to help Joey.
There's 5 of them, and only Joey has technically started doing that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it takes a full round to coup de grace somebody.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be a group effort, but
I thought it was redundant. Sorry.
All you do is talk.
Oh, I missed that part.
Okay. Remember, every round is 6 seconds. Like, I cannot knock 5 people in the head in 6 seconds that are all spaced out on the floor in heavy armor.
I figured, but you didn't say all of us knew how to do it. But anyways,
I didn't think I needed to. All right, James, your turn. You just finished tying up one person.
Okay. I'll go for the second person, and no, just that. I'll go for the second person.
Okay, you don't have enough rope to tie up a second person.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just I guess turn around and sit on this guy until he gets finished coup de grace the rest of them.
Very helpful.
Okay. Turn. It is your turn.
All right. So, after seeing that she's sad still, trying to comfort her, I'm at this point I noticed the flicker that happened in the lights. I'm not staying here. I'm heading towards the other end of the tunnel where the glyph was.
Okay, so you start going toward with Doug. Got it.
Yes.
Hans, what do you do?
I noticed that James already tied one up.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get right the one I'm picking up. Because I only need one. So
yeah,
probably the one to set up.
Okay, smart. All right, so there's only the one that's tied up, and one other one is not are gonna wake up. So there's two potential ones that are gonna wake up still, but three of them are knocked out. Okay. Doug, your turn.
All right. Well, I see Bernie starting. What is he Fonzo doing?
The guy that he picked up, he knocks him out, and then he just drops him.
You know what? I'm just like, fuck it. I start following Bernie.
All right, so you three are going out. Got it. Joey, your turn.
Next one.
All right. So the only one that hasn't been knocked out is the one that James is sitting on, that he tied up.
As I'm knocking him out, I said, "Can you get off of that guy? I need to knock him out too."
All right, James, what do you do?
I say, nope, we're going to talk to this one.
I say, yeah. Okay, that's my turn. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, Vern, what about you?
Yeah, I'm still gonna still head down. At this point, we're gonna still head down the tunnel, but I'm gonna chug the other potion because I'm pretty hurt.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you can roll your D8 plus 5, and that's the rest you heal.
Yeah.
+1.
Dang,
plus 1. I'm sorry, +1. You're right.
Bernie, it's almost as if a finger cut, isn't as big a deal as this.
Max.
Nice. Okay, Bernie, you're back at max.
Yeah.
All right. Doug, what are you doing? Or Fonz, I'm sorry, Fonz, what are you doing?
Okay, I tell James that we need one to take to the glyph, so we should take the one with the rope on the ropes. I tell all of you guys to take. Let's take that one to the glyph.
Grab the one with the ropes and take them.
All right, Doug, your turn.
Bernie's going, right?
Yeah.
Definitely going.
Continue with him. I tell him like the lights are starting to dim. You got any ideas?
Honestly, I'm thinking whatever magic or whatever was happening, we done fucked up back there, and we gotta get out of here for some. Well, you're the magical guy. You should know what's going on. How do I explain this to you?
Can I do a spot check for any glyphs on the walls, like similar to the one that we saw at the other end of the corridor?
Yes, actually, you can.
Cool.
It's a search, actually, a search check. No, spot check is fine. Spot will work for here.
Oh, I don't have either skill.
Ooh, 20!
You
Actually, you found a little. You realize that something looks amiss to you, and you find a panel with a glyph on it.
All right. Do I recognize the glyph?
Yes, it looks like it's touch activation, but it's slow. But it's losing power right now.
It's losing power. Well, I tried touching it a lot.
All right. So, Bernie, you were the only one who was actually talking to Doug at the time. Joey has a chance to make a spot check, but the other guys were making sure about the unconscious guy. No, I'm sorry. Joey was making sure unconscious too. So only Bernie can see this. Doug, you touched it and you disappeared.
Oh shit!
You got teleported.
Oh, he's at back of the battlefield?
No, you're actually in a forest far away. You don't know where you're at.
Okay.
You disappeared.
Oh.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do.
There is no pain or nothing. You didn't see him scream. He just faded away.
There's no ashes, nothing that, because I would associate with disintegration or something like that.
No, but the girl, it looks like she's pointing to it and she's wanting to touch it too.
Fuck it. It's better than me stuck in here.
Okay, you're not gonna tell anyone, right? Or are you gonna do it?
Oh. Wait, how far are we in the tunnel?
You guys just started going.
Yeah, well, how far?
You guys are still pretty much at the entranceway.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna let the guys know. Hey, there's a sigil right here that should take us somewhere. Get here quick.
So Bernie says that the moment you guys look, you guys don't see Bernie or Doug.
Or the sigil?
The sigil is there. You see the sigil.
Okay.
Oh, is it glowing or something?
Yeah. It's glowing because they activated it, and Doug opened it and saw it because of his natural 20.
Okay. So,
Joey, what do you do?
Oh. All right. I
6.
I'm going to do one last subdual coup de grace onto James.
Other me?
That's an actual. So to do that though, you have to convince James to let you get close to him because you know what I mean. Like it's a surprise attack type thing because you don't want to coup de grace someone that's helpless.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just gonna try to knock him out.
Okay, so all right. You don't get a bonus because James is aware of you, but he doesn't think you're gonna attack him, so he's not necessarily gonna act yet. So you can make an attack on him right now.
Okay.
He's going to carry him out.
But remember though, like he is the fighter of the group, so he's got a lot of HP. Just saying.
All right.
Big
At
guy.
the very least, I'll aggravate him.
He's gonna try not. Is he gonna knock him out and carry him, or is this gonna just knock him, get him enraged, and follow him out? Because James is being very back and forth about what's going on right now. That's what I'm guessing.
Miss.
All right, James, is your turn. So the dwarf just swung at you with a hammer.
So
with a two-handed hammer, mind you.
With the two-handed hammer?
Yes.
Jesus. All right.
Sledgehammer,
So
man.
do like a duck out of the way, swing, like grab my broadsword and just bat him, like flat side.
Okay, so you try to subdual attack him. This is interesting. So go ahead and roll your d20.
You get -4 for that.
Yeah, because
And it's what?
now you guys are both aware, so you guys both have -4 to your attacks now.
Okay, so this. Wait, hang on. Plus this -4.
Yeah. That'll miss.
All right.
Miss.
So,
Okay, so
Fonz, all you see is the dwarf and the human. They're both swinging at each other, not trying to kill each other, but just trying to smack each other.
Guys, cut it off. The other guy said we had to leave soon. Let's go. Let's go to the sigil.
Well, yeah. Joey, what do you do?
I say, okay, he's actually awake, and I go to the sigil.
That is such a dwarf thing to do too. All right. Can I drag this guy that's tied and bound?
Yeah.
Can I drag him to the sigil and put his hand on the sigil?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to do that. Him first, then me.
All right. Fonz, you're the last one.
I go for the sigil.
All right. So, all right. So you guys have all transported there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have transported with what is it? 4 rounds left on that clock. That's fine.
Whew.
So you guys have all arrived in a nice clearing. It looks like a grove. You know, it's a beautiful meadow in the forest. There's a small cottage over there, and yeah, what do you guys do?
How does the guy look like now that we're away from that? Does it look like White Knight or Black Knight now?
Let me see. You went by yourself. He still looks like a Black Knight to you. Only to Bernie, he looks like a White Knight at the moment.
But to Bernie, it looks like a white guy and White Knight.
Yes.
Wait, I thought it was the opposite direction. Is that
I mean, I'm sorry, reverse. You're right. To Bernie, he looks like a Black Knight. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he awake?
I'm like, what
No.
the?
Okay.
I'm literally just like, what the fuck just happened right there?
Oh, no, wait, you're right. He is awake now because he was the only one you guys didn't knock unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
He was tied up.
Yeah, he's set up. He's set up. Yeah.
So he's coming to. That's what he's doing now. He's coming to.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm ready to help him go back to sleep.
Well, I say let's. I see the cleric trying to do that because I've seen the clerics.
Yeah.
Brandy. So I'm like, dude, let's ask him what's going. Let's find out what's going on.
You guys are not in a dangerous area, so I don't need to roll initiative. So you guys can discuss this how you guys want.
Exactly. Yeah, let's gather information first from him.
So you saying he's just waking up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm assuming these guys can take care of it while I try to comfort the little girl at the moment to make sure everything's all right. Because because in the whole haste, I'm not sure how much damage you've taken, if any, from that tumble and whatnot. Just to make sure there's no scrapes or anything,
I'm gonna ask you guys who's better at interrogating.
Me.
Yeah, you're fifth.
I pull out my medical kit.
Everybody, we aren't safe here. We could be followed through that teleportation room.
That is correct.
Damn.
I have a good thing to say.
So we just see this cabin,
and we go somewhere further away from here, and then interrogate him.
All right, so could we go again? Yes, you're welcome to do what you do.
I got it. As long as James isn't sitting on it.
Guys, there's a cabin. Get back there.
Stop for a second. Right when Joey chokes out this guy, it looks like one of the champions, or one of the higher ranked guys just arrived. He went through the teleporter.
Oh God!
And he just sees. He's like, "What are you guys doing? Where are we? What are you guys doing?"
So he doesn't look. Since I'm holding the girl, he does not look like a champion to me. Still, correct?
He looks like a normal person. He doesn't look like he's in white armor or black armor.
Okay. That's what I just wanted to make sure before I say anything.
To everybody?
No, to you guys. What? Yeah.
Don't ask. I don't want to talk to everybody. Does he look normal?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Donovan.
He looks like an adventurer.
Okay. All right.
So I finished vomiting from the teleportation. Wipe my face really haphazardly and say, "Yeah, it looks fine."
Why are you choking out one of our allies?
He attacked our fellow here.
I like him.
Why would he attack that fellow?
Because he was saving a child. So it made no sense. Something's amiss.
So Bernie, now you can make just a small spot check. Because he's all, are you sure? He's not pulling the sword yet. He doesn't know what's going on. And to him, you guys can tell that to him, it looks like you guys just knocked out one of your allies.
6.
Yeah, I was wondering if he said spot or sense motive, but they're the same.
16. I was like a dead body in Joey's room.
That's what I was gonna say.
He said, okay, he has a sword drawn. He's like, okay, I don't trust you guys, but just I need this to be explained to me.
Okay, so with the 16, what did I notice from him with the spot check?
Well, you don't know what's actually different because you're still touching the girl.
Right.
So to you, it still looks like an adventurer.
All right.
So don't touch the girl and see what he looks like.
Bernie said he'd never let go.
Yeah. He's comparing the girl.
What does he look like to us, Donovan? Does he look like an adventurer?
He looks like an adventurer.
Okay. Well.
Okay. I say first, did you kill the dragon?
He's all, the dragon? I didn't even see a dragon. That's the champions did, right? I'm assuming the champions killed the dragon?
Oh, that's right.
The battle looked like it was going to finish.
Okay, never mind. That was my mistake. I thought this was one of the champions. Okay.
He did say he was the champion.
Yeah, he did say he looked championish.
No. Earlier I said he's champion, and then I said, no, wait. He's one of the higher ranked guys, but he's not a champion. I did say that.
Okay, thank you, Don, for the clarification.
Okay.
I did finish knocking the guy out, though, just so you know.
Yeah, he saw that. He came in and he saw you knock that guy out.
Make sure. All right, well,
Okay, so who's gonna explain to him? Who's best at diplomacy?
I don't have diplomacy.
The weird words. Dang it.
Does anyone actually have diplomacy?
I don't think any of us had diplomacy.
Guys, if you don't decide, I'm gonna explain it. I don't think you want that.
Here's what I'll say. Got to the castle. Killed the wizard. Girl hatched from an egg.
Oh.
White knights, possibly black knights.
Damn it, Jay.
Should have taken the lead on this.
I see. Okay. I guess. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Can I sense motive? This guy's
gonna go my own way.
Sense motive.
Well, he's confused. He's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Oh yeah, go ahead and roll a sense motive.
What's that?
Nice.
Are we all doing sense motive, or is it just those two?
No, it's just him because he wanted to.
Okay.
So I'm specifically rolling. I should have said this earlier, but I'm specifically looking out to see if he reacted to hearing hatched out of an egg or anything along those lines. Anything besides just like confusion.
Well, there is definitely some confusion in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he tells you, after that he's like, okay, he's all disoriented. I understand that here some of you might be injured. Maybe you guys need to calm down. Let's all sit down and have a drink together and stuff, all right?
Can I sense motive after that?
You know, because you're suspicious of everything right now.
Okay, that's fair.
Wait, let me do a sense motive on the guy when he said that. Only because after everything that's happened so far, I'm not trusting anybody besides who's in this group at the moment.
Okay, roll.
Yeah, same here.
Can I ask a question after that?
Yeah.
Nope.
How do you even know where we are?
Oh, that was a one.
And
That
how
was
do
a
you
one.
know where we are?
That is a 1.
Oh, it was a natural one. Son of a bitch. It looks like a 7 on my screen.
Yeah, it looks like a 7 in the 3D.
That's because I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, and Fonz, what did you say?
How do you even know where we are?
Because I got no idea, so we're gonna have to figure this. That's why I need your help, because we're gonna have to figure this out together. All right. And oh shit! So he points and he realizes that there's something big behind you guys.
Look at the thing.
Sense motive.
Okay. Bern, Fonz, Joey, where are you guys?
Well, I rolled a natural one, so I don't know what the hell's up with this guy.
Joey, Fonz, what are you?
It's kind of hard not to look.
Yeah, it's natural.
All right.
All right.
Free action.
So from that, all right. So from that, the guy actually threw a spear at Joey, and threw a spear at James, and he charged Joey.
All right. Well, I'm holding the guy, so I'll just use him as a shield. I don't know.
Got you, and all right. I missed James, but I actually rolled high enough, even with the shield, Joey. I'm sorry, to still get you.
My 18 defense plus the meat shield didn't help.
No, because this guy charged you,
Okay.
and I rolled a natural 15.
All right.
And like I said, he's a higher up, so he's not a mook.
Okay. All right. Roll that damage.
10.
He's got a great sword.
It's actually an oversized halberd.
Jeez. All right.
Comically large halberd.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now, and everyone, initiatives. $16 for the DM. Well, plus 2, so 18.
15.
Total of 4.
Sorry.
The 7s are messed up in the 3 die.
Yeah, that was so weird. All right, that's not too bad.
There's one person who's still missing their roll. Fonz, you didn't roll.
Yeah, 7. Still 14 total.
He's above you.
Yeah, roll before you.
Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Okay. So I go first. All right.
What's your initiative?
Yeah, I miss you, Joey.
Damn right.
So it's you, then Dougie, then me.
All right, you guys gotta go. We got 10 minutes to finish this fight.
No, you
Dawn, sun or moon?
What's up?
Sun or moon?
That was natural roll.
It's sunny outside.
All right. Well, then is he next to me?
You guys were in a group, but it's the halberd, so you're actually unsure because it can be close range or long range weapon, depending on you don't know what feats and stuff. You don't know anything about
Martial
combat
artist.
fighting.
Even if I 5-foot step back, he still might be in range.
Oh, if you 5-foot step back, you're probably safe.
Okay.
You'd assume so, at least.
You know what? Fuck it. Sudden silent power word pain on this guy.
Okay, all right.
Silent power word just seems odd.
You just open your mouth.
It's subsonic.
All right, roll your d6, sir.
It's like your ears hear it, but you didn't realize it.
Hicks.
It's at a higher frequency.
All right, he just took 6 damage. So he's taking damage, but the funny part is that no one knows that you're contributing.
Oh, no.
Nice.
All right, next.
Me, I guess.
You have the higher initiative, so you would go.
Okay. So yeah, can I charge the guy or not because he's next to him?
You can't charge him, no. You can 5-foot step in and hit.
Yeah, I'll step in and hit him with my battle axe.
Okay. Roll.
Ooh.
Nice.
3.
Oh,
All right.
oh, Don.
Yeah.
Before you continue, I need to find out how the duration is for power word.
4d4.
Okay.
Fonz, you did a good hit. Roll your damage.
I was rolling it. Oh, damn it, 5.
That's still fine. 11 damage so far. Got it.
So that's gonna be 10 rounds.
10 rounds.
Peace. All right,
All
who's
right.
up?
Joey, Bernie, James.
I
All right.
rolled a 6 total on initiative, so I should be last.
I rolled 4 total.
Bernie's next.
Yeah, I'm next to ones.
Bernie,
Oh.
Joey, James. Got it.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab the girl, and I'm gonna retreat back. What is the max range on a crossbow? Oh wait, okay, yeah, never mind. Sorry, it's right here. I'm gonna retreat with the girl back as far as possible. I'll still keep an eye on the guys.
All right. I just 5-foot step in and attack him.
Wait. He moved back, so attack of opportunity. Oh wait, sorry, I'm rolling a natural d20. Let me actually put that in the machine.
That's what we've been doing too, accidentally.
I actually missed you, Bernie.
Woo!
All
You're lucky because that's heavy damage that I'm doing.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you would knock me out bad with that one.
All right, Joey, your turn.
I 5-foot step rolled 17. Is he have -2 from charge? His AC?
No, because I missed because I got to go first that turn.
All right, so does 17 hit with flanking? Now that you're not looking at me.
Oh, all right. I did just attack of opportunity, Bernie. All right, fine. Yeah, you hit.
Yay.
Barely.
Man, what's this E? Fuck.
He's getting knocked out cold.
6 damage.
All right, got it. James, your turn. Your I can't hear you. Your mic's off.
Yep. All right. So I turn around and say, "This is why I hate adventurers," and just rush the guy. So I'm going to be doing a power attack.
All right, you're -1 to your attack roll. So your attack is +5 instead. So D20 +5.
Can I also charge?
No, you guys are pretty close still. Like
Okay.
you can 5-foot step in and attack, and that's it.
So it's 1d20 +5 instead of 6. And that should be good. Nope. Unless he's got a really low armor class.
You swung up and you missed wide.
Okay.
All right. It's now his turn. Damn it, I got the D20 again. All right. He's going to try to hit Joey with the butt end of his halberd and James with the bladed end. He's two-handed fighting.
All right.
Fancy.
Mm-hmm. So first one against Joey again. And then this one against James. I missed Joey again. And I missed James. Damn it. You know, if I was rolling a regular dice, I'd probably hit you. All right, roll your damage, Doug.
Well, hold on, Donovan. You're not. Oh, I see. You're purposely not including the bonuses, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm purposely not including because I don't want you guys to know how high.
Okay, I got you.
There's 2 damage. Can I draw my weapon while 5-foot stepping towards the guy?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I'll draw my masterwork elven thin blade, 5-foot step in and swing at him.
Okay.
Come on, big money.
There you go.
Flanking?
You hit because of flanking.
Yes, holy shit.
It was 1d8, right?
Yeah. Yeah, damage.
Contributing.
He's done more damage than all of you guys put together so far. By himself.
We didn't know.
Oh, that's right. No one knows that he's doing that much damage, though. That's the first thing that you guys realize that he took.
What's this guy looking like as Doug does this?
He looks like he's a fancy fighter. He's just fancy. He's all shapa.
Okay.
He's quite elegant. He swings in and does a quick jab in there, thrust. You know.
He reminds me of what's his name in Berserk then.
Griffith? Yeah.
No, not Griffith. The other guy later on.
Guts?
No.
He means that close-eyed guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When Guts actually gets the party.
Fonzo, your turn.
Attack.
It's like Serpico or something, isn't it? I forget.
This +4.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
No. No.
What?
Attack of opportunity.
Okay. No card.
Got you.
No, my AC 7. Oh yeah. Bonus. Fuck.
Jeez.
Damage?
18, yeah.
Jeez.
Oh wow. Fonzo's out.
My -6. -7.
All right, so Fonzo just went down. Bernie, your turn. Bernie, Joey, James.
All right. I'm gonna move. Okay, so we're in a wooded area, correct?
You have to go fast because I got 5 minutes and then I have to quit.
What was that?
Gotta go
We have
fast.
We have 5
minutes.
minutes to kill this guy.
Go fast.
All right.
Sonic.
I'm gonna stay out of his range as far as I can tell and shoot at him with the crossbow.
Are you gonna minus 40 your attack?
Do you have
I can
precise
minus
shot?
four?
Roll your d20, Bernie.
Fuck.
I won't do that. And that's with attack, correct?
Yes.
Four. No, he did not.
No, he did not. So you would definitely miss that guy. Now, real quick for me, there are 6 or 5 targets there. Roll a d5. And Joey is 1. James is 2. Fonzo is 3. Doug is 4.
Am I in the floor? I'm in the floor though. Don't I get he has a -4 penalty or whatever?
It's okay. Bernie actually missed everyone and actually tried aiming at the right target.
Sweet.
You saw though that it was a huge crossbow bolt that just shot out because he's using not a heavy crossbow but a great crossbow.
Whoa.
All right, Joey, your turn.
I miss.
James, your turn.
Okay. Do I get flanking?
Yes.
Okie doke. I'm doing a defensive strike.
All right, so plus 5 on it.
Yep. 23 to hit.
Nice.
That'll hit.
Okie doke.
Nice.
15 damage.
That's a defensive strike?
Yep. Defensive strike is -1 to attack, not to damage.
Oh, right.
Is this playing defensively? All right. Okay.
I swing like a boss.
How much did it say?
15.
Nice. All right, his turn. He's gonna do a full power attack on you, James.
Okie doke.
Oh, damn it! Wrong chat again.
Just both have the power in here.
Two.
Ooh,
So-
close.
And he just cleaved the stone behind you, and he cleaved another stone behind you. God damn it!
Woo!
All right, Doug, your turn.
3 damage. Here's my attack.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Damn.
All right, roll your damage.
Damage. Little pokes.
All right, it looks like Doug just cut his arm, and then the guy fainted or went down.
Yeah. I don't know things, but I can fight.
That sounds correct.
Mr. Donald's crotch.
Fantastic.
It's not my crush. I'm wearing boxers, man.
So I'm doing good, right?
I'm down, guys.
I heal Fonz.
About what just happened.
Wait, how many rounds has it been since you've been down? Just 2?
One.
Maybe one.
-7 or 8? 7, right?
7, yeah.
He's now at -7 because he is slowly dying.
He's at -2, and I'll stabilize him.
Yeah, thank you. I said thank you outside the game, not in the game.
Making that clear.
I
All
mean,
right. That's my heal check to stabilize you, Fonz.
I can't say thank you to him in the game. I'm down.
You wouldn't
Stay
have said
with it.
thank you anyways. You talked to me like a piece of shit. You're like, hey, healer.
It's like he has a name, you know.
I don't know his name. I know you're good. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Except for the wizard, he's good for nothing.
I just took this guy's arm off.
Well,
I
technically,
didn't see it. I didn't see it. I was knocked out.
that guy's knocked out, but isn't he gonna take D6 for like another round or two?
No, he's knocked
power
out. The pain will only hurt their conscious guys.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so real quick, we're gonna speed round this real quick, all right?
All right.
Okay, so you guys, the girl leads you guys to the cabin because something draws you towards it. And you guys find the journal of the guy there, right?
Okay.
And this is where you learn the truth. You learn that this whole war that you guys thought you guys have been fighting for a few years, you guys have been fighting on the bad side. That the enemy is a brain stealer dragon.
A brain stealing dragon
is an illithid dragon.
Oh, damn.
And so he's actually convinced everyone through both magics and psionics that the enemy is actually the other guys, and that's why everyone cannot see anything right. Okay?
Fair enough.
Okay.
So, and they've been fighting a good fight on trying to save everyone, but it's pretty difficult when the enemy wants to kill you and you have to fight against people that can't control themselves. They don't know better. And so, there's a lot more lore about it, but pretty much the short end of it is that he's trying to save his children, and they're all gifted people, and they're all being transported to different parts of the world, right? Across several different planes. One of them has that aspect of healing, in case you guys remember that one campaign.
Yeah.
There's another one, which was actually in one of my other friends' campaigns. It was a boy, and his ability literally is to open and close anything. So it was actually it was pretty interesting on that one. The boy actually survived though on that one. They almost pulled a Bernie and shot him with a laser on accident. But that was a few sessions ago. So we're going to continue this campaign later, but the whole campaign is pretty much you guys are trying to figure out a way to open everyone's eyes.
People, wake up.
All right.
Make them woke.
And the hard part, though, you guys realize though that this girl's ability, anything that she touches, frees them of magical effects.
Dude.
So she's a walking dispel.
Doug, this is the plot of Scrap Princess.
It is.
This reminds me of
I've never watched that princess, but yes.
I was gonna say this reminds me of a Black Clover. Also nullifies all magic.
Yeah.
So the enemy is going to be looking for that girl, and only the only people who can identify you are the 5 guys that you left alive.
Yep.
Well, it's gonna be less than 5 when we kill this other guy.
No, that guy wasn't one of those 5 though.
No, the guy we have in the room.
The tied up one.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be technically 4.
Well, now that we know, yeah, shit.
Yeah, but information, but still, you guys are not like cold-hearted killers. You know what I mean?
Wait. Do those knights know they're bad? I mean, yeah, they're bad.
Wait.
But you're going to be encountering a lot of people in the game that are going to be attacking you, and they don't know any better.
But there's some people that do know they're bad.
Yeah, but also it's going to look weird if all 5 of you are just holding on to the girl as you guys are moving forward. You know?
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
So, and if you guys ever have to split up, you won't know who's real and who's not.
Can we link each other somehow? I don't know. Find like some sort of like magical group that
maybe now that's the topic right there. Is like, maybe if you found a diviner that can link you guys or something, you guys can increase the number of people.
Just make one long chain of hands.
Friendship is magic.
That's our slogan going through.
It's just gonna be like in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, wasn't like we take some of her essence, like I don't know, and just do like All Might thing, just ingest a part of her, like a piece of hair.
Nothing creepy about that.
Just a piece of hair.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for playing. Now that you guys have a taste of what the campaign's going to be, you guys can. And now that there's a calm, you guys can. We're going to take it slower the next session. All right.
All right.
So the next one, you guys are going to go into a town, and you guys don't know who's good or bad, and you guys are going to be able to role play how you survive, pretty much.
Okay.
Okay.
But this is how the campaign's going to be. Hopefully, I don't know. It was a bit nostalgic, so we're getting there. I'm happy about it still, but I need to let you guys go. Just let me know when you guys want to do the next one.
All right.
Friday sounds good to me.
Friday or Saturday for me.
Friday sounds good.
So same time, same place.
Sounds
same bat channel.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep.
All right. See you guys next week. Appreciate it. If you guys have any notes, please let me know.
All right.
Later.
Later.
Thanks, man.
Peace.
Bye.
Later, guys.
I'm just happy about seeing how everyone does in the game. I'm playing more for your guys' reactions and the nostalgia there.
hey, stop backseat driving our characters. We got this.
Sorry. It's been a long time.
I know. Yeah, you're like overcompensating for us. Like, we got this done. Wait, so we're gonna stop. We're good.
All right. Okay, take care, guys. Peace.
Yeah.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.